Hi guys, this is the first. This is part one of the making of Pallan. I thought about this before, and I thought, well, let's do this on a live stream on Facebook. And I thought, well, we haven't really sat down and talked about how it all came about. There is a making of Pallan happening. This is the start of it, but I just thought I would start with this, and it's a good chance of people going, coming live and chatting on the thing and saying, asking me questions, seeing the writer and director and I act in it as well. So we've got two people online, so I don't even know who those people are. So if you want to ask me a question about it, you can. We started thinking about doing Pallan in around about October 2018, by memory. We decided that we would make a film about our D&D sessions. Several people from that Dungeons and Dragons session thought about it, and we thought, yeah, let's do it. The game itself revolves around Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition with homebrew. So we sat down and obviously took notes of what we were doing in those games, and I wrote several adventures up for the people to play over 2-3 years. So that we were playing on a Monday night and a Tuesday night. We continued to play the game, and I kept notes of what was happening, and technically all the things that happened in Pallan 1, which you guys will see soon, happened in the game, apart from a few things that we can't bring to the big screen or to a DVD or to YouTube or whatever. So that was probably the hardest thing to work out, what from the game to the movie to put into the movie. So the succubus was a good person then. She wasn't evil, so we changed her to be evil in Pallan itself, in the movie. So in the game she was good, in the movie she's bad. So I think I said that before. Then we had to change some things around with names because several people didn't want their characters to be portrayed in the movie, which was fine because that was the creators of their characters. That's their right to say that. Now we still kept Faye and we still kept Boykins, but Boykins was a different name then because that person didn't want his bard to be in the movie, so we changed his name, but we still used the basics of the character. And then we went on to the giant. The giant in the movie is actually an ogre in the game, so we had to change that around because we tried to get prosthetics, a face for the ogre, and it's going to cost too much money to do. And money's always a problem when you try to do a movie. So typically small budget like we are, we don't pay anyone now, we never really have. I don't make any money. Pallan was $5,000. I put my money aside, or not aside, but I use my money, at least $5,000 of that to get costumes and props and swords and whatever else. And we had people helping us with weapons and loaning them, and there's all sorts of stories out there about that. So we'll get to that later, but and then I had to sit down and write the script itself. So I had all this about this thick worth of adventure with all the notes in it, and then made it into a script of, I think it was 84 pages or 90 pages or something. And then I added stuff to it as we went to make the story a bit more content, or not content, but what's the word I'm looking for? To smooth it over, basically. So we added more characters and more people and stuff like that. And there wasn't really an evil ones in the game. There wasn't a typical evil character. The only evil character was Kai, and we didn't bring Kai into the movie until right near the end of Pallan. So basically, not right near the end, probably it would be near the end anyhow, without giving anything away. So, but in the game, he was a character that someone played that like used to do things to the party and basically disrupt the party and make the party go off in different directions and fireball the party accidentally and stuff like that, but on purposely. So so he was basically the main evil person, but he was good as well. So and that sounds a bit weird, but if you think about it in D&D, there's a gold dragon and they're always lawful good. He was chaotic good to chaotic evil himself, so he used to turn into the gold dragon and become lawful good and then turn back and be evil. So we didn't use that storyline, that hook for the movie because I really didn't want any dragons. But I'm not saying anything, but we have a surprise in Pallan, the beginning of Pallan 2. So we'll get to Pallan 2 a bit later. So that's how it all came about. Now, we also had a half-orc barbarian in the game, and we couldn't use a half-orc barbarian, so we went for a different aspect of fighter there, and we went with a dwarf warrior, hence Paddy is the dwarf warrior. We changed his story around to fit what happens with Pallan. His goddaughter goes missing, he goes after her and tries to find her, and that's one of the stories in Pallan. So there's a whole section of stories. Thanks for joining me, guys. So that is the basis of Pallan 1. The evil ones came about because in the game they go to the fourth plane of hell, and they meet Orcus and a few others and several succubuses and evil succubuses and all sorts of stuff like that, and demons and bone devils and all sorts of stuff. And then the demons come out of the fourth plane into the normal realm of Earth, or not Earth, but the world. And Pallan is set, obviously, in a far-off land, but the town of Pallan is a peasant town. It's a farming town, and the demons break through the town hall, and then all hell unleashes on the normal world plane. So adventurers go into hell without letting too much of the story go. They try to find the source of the evil. That's in the game itself. In the movie, it's the same sort of thing, but a little different. You'll see the Overlord in the movie, and he plays basically the Orcus from the game. And then you've got the evil ones who are a harem of evil girls, and not witches, but sort of sorceresses. So that how that happens, and then we got the good guys. So we got 15-year-old blood assassin female who plays Percy, and she Percy is also in the game, and so is Faye. So all these people are in the game, and then it's crossover to the movie. Now I'm rambling about the storyline too much, I think. So with that, we got together with some people and decided that we'd do a little casting call. We were looking for anyone that was interested in making a D&D movie at first, and then we got a few people, but they just weren't the right people. So we decided that we would recast again, and we got some really, really good actors from people that were in the Fringe and Adelaide Fringe, people that just do acting on stage, people that have been in TV series or short movies. And then I got a chance to do some extras work, and then I thought, well, I can actually do this and do some talking and stuff in the movie. So I played several parts in Pallan 1. I'm not the greatest actor in the world, I don't claim to be, or the greatest director, or the greatest scriptwriter. So that's how that happened. And then we thought, well, we need someone to do some catering, we need someone to do some camera work, we need someone to do some editing, which we're still in the process of doing. We need someone to do the sound, which we didn't really need, but we decided that's what we would do. We need someone to do costume management. We need someone to do assistant directing, assistant producing, all sorts of stuff like that. So all the jobs went down the line. Person to do the clapperboard, someone to, do some running for us or just helping out. It turns out it's not to do a movie. It's not easy, and if anybody says it's easy, they're fucking around with you, because it's not. I spend many nights writing scripts and seeing changes and seeing, not just for Pallan, for the other movies we've got, and we'll get to that later, but all the other movies coming up and we're filming and stuff. So it's not an easy thing, and it just doesn't happen overnight. And some people think, we'll just make a movie and put it up and put wherever and stick in. It doesn't work like that. Now, have lots of roadblocks. We had went on strike at one stage because we weren't getting paid from the investors, and then the investors pulled out, and people hit the fan, because they went to Today Tonight, which was good publicity in one way, because any publicity is good, but it was bad publicity for me, because I still get trolls trolling me and all sorts of shit. Regardless of the fact, he did it, whoever did it, they did it for their own fucking gratification. Sorry, I swore there, and there will be some swearing. That's fine. Today Tonight no longer. We're still going, and we don't really give a shit, technically. It gave us the exposure we wanted. I had 3 or 4 people message me and say, I want to be in your movie, so we put them in. We had to replace a few people that left, which everybody said. And in the Today Tonight segment, it said he hasn't got enough people to do the movie. Now we're one scene away from finishing, so technically we had enough people to finish it off. And we were not at the last stage of the last scene or anything like that. We were halfway through when we filmed the last scene. So technically halfway through, but we had finished. So we don't do our scenes in order. We do them as people are available. So we were doing the first scene that we did was around the middle of the movie, all right? And about the third scene we did was at the end. So it was all hickledy-pickledy, but it was easy to follow because I could just follow the dates that we had written up as running sheets and stuff. And if you were to start a movie, that's what my suggestion would be. Get the people, work out who's going to be on set that day, and just film with a script, whatever. With that, it comes to the other movies we're doing, and I'll explain that later. But so we got to the stage where we're around August last year, and that happened, and we decided not to film for a few weeks, let things simmer down. They never simmered down, really, but we still had people asking questions of people in the cast that didn't understand, and we had to sit down with them. And when I say we there's myself, and we have an executive group that I listen to sometimes. When I say that, it's buck stops with me, but technically we have this executive group that I ask first what we should do, and then sometimes I don't ask because technically there's no point in bothering them with petty stuff. But I just said to him, let's just lay low for a bit, see what happens, and go from there. And we did lay low until I think October, and then we filmed again. So and then we had no distractions, no one on set shouldn't be there. We had several moles in the chats, which we worked out who they were, and we just removed them or asked them that they're not needed anymore. I know that's cruel, But we had finished the scenes for Pallan 1 movie, and then, well, again, the creative juices were flowing. I was writing scripts through the night, and when I say through the night, sometimes I never went to sleep, which is pretty bad for my mental health and pretty bad for anyone's health. But I would sleep during the day. So then people were trying to message me through the day, and so I stopped writing it at night, finishing about 11 o'clock. Now I go to bed now at 7:30 because I'm infection and I feel shit, and I'm on antibiotics, and I still feel even more shit. And I go to bed at 7:30, wake up about 2, do some other stuff, or do some gaming or whatever, and then go back to bed again and sleep until 7. Sometimes I just stay up. Now we'll just keep going with the flow. So that's when we decided we would return, and it was a good return, and we had fun and stuff. And we've had people leave, and people said we can't be part of this. We filmed up to, I think, and then we took a break for Christmas, and then we returned again on the 4th of January. So, no, 2nd of January. We were filming up. At first, several of our cast from winter, but when I say several, I mean 3. Murray Bridge, Pallan, Christie's Beach, all over the place. So you give a good spread to people that can't make regular things like filming down at Christie's Beach was a pain for me because I had to drive nearly 2 hours. But then it was good for other people. It was just around the corner. So you try to spread the love a little bit. And we've done scenes in really spectacular locations around South Australia, and I want to get into the hills and stuff like that for different other ones. But anyhow, so we're up to January, and then this is Pallan 2. I should be really been talking about Pallan 1, but because we're finished, I'm waiting for the editors to do what they need to do, and the trailer's coming out soon. So we technically, we went through a lot of stuff, and that will all come out in the rest of the making of. We're going to have a cast sit down, and I'll invite those guys that are not with us anymore to sit down and talk about the bad things, but also want to hear about the good things, because I've made a lot of really cool people, even the bad people. Well, there was some bad people, but there are also some good people as well, and those good people were with us at the beginning too. So it's not like I want to bury the hatchet, and I don't really want to see you because I'm pretty damn angry with you. Because you brought up some personal shit too. And the next fucking segment, today's night, the second one was more personal and real dig at me. At one stage, I didn't have any food in my fridge for nearly 6 weeks. Because all the money I had was going into costumes and weapons and shit. So, and then it comes up to people lending us stuff. Now, that person lent us some swords. It was all good, and then suddenly tonight, fucking hit the screen, and then he reneged and wanted the shit back. Now, I didn't have a car then, and I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere. And I couldn't ask Paddy because Paddy didn't have the petrol, and I couldn't use Paddy's car because he needed it. He had to go to work or whatever. So that person got all shitty and decided to say he reported the police, which is fine. And I kept saying to him, mate, let me post them to you. So much easier I can get a courier to you. The courier looks after it. It's insured. I pay extra money to get the insurance for the goods that he's carrying. So, but that person still went rambling on, and I ended up blocking him on emails because I just couldn't deal with the rambling. And then a friend of mine decided that he'd become peacemaker and stepped in and said, bring him to my place or to my work and I'll drop him off. I said, okay. I did that. So I ended up having a car then, which was about a month later. So what I had to do with my month. Shit. So, and this is what happens when people lend stuff, and I've lent stuff to people and never sent it back. But again, I tried to do the right thing, give it back, gave it back, and he said they were damaged. And I'm like, dude, we looked after them like we look after the cameras and the equipment that we've got. So, or the phones we use. And we do use phones, and technically, iPhones are 4K, nearly 5K, so we're not missing out anything production-wise there or quality-wise. Yes, it's shit, and we have to go through a procedure of waiting for people to be ready to do filming for us, and it's still happening now. We still have people that are part of crew that can't turn up because they've got new babies, we've got stuff on, and, as I said, everyone in volunteer, we've got something on, you just don't go. Now, if I have something on, we just don't film that day because I'd say, well, we pass that day because I've got something on, and technically that doesn't happen because I work my calendar out that I don't have anything on. So he lost his shit when he got the swords back, and this was missing, that one. I'm like, dude, that's all I've got. Take it or leave it. So, and that guy I played D&D with, and he seemed nice, and then he just lost his cool and said he was going to come to my place and beat me up. I'm like, yeah, whatever, bring it. Technically, keyboard warrior, I almost said weekend warrior, because that's what he is. But again, if you knock on my door and you're going to say shit like that, don't expect a great welcome. Don't expect me to say, here, come in and have a cup of coffee and a beer. That's not going to happen. So we had that, and I'm not being nasty to that person. I'm just saying, don't treat people like that. I might have done the wrong thing by you and held them because I needed them until we were finished with them, and we don't have the swords that you'd had before, but we don't need to because we're on Pallan 2. So I said to him, we can have them when we're finished, and 2 weeks later, he basically had them. So, but again, we looked after them for him, and he reckons they were damaged by that shit. And I can guarantee that we looked after him. Even some of the people in the crew said, well, we looked after these things more than we did anything else. So thank you for joining us, and we have 4 people online. So we're just talking about the making of Pallan 1, which is my first real movie coming out. We're talking about what happened and filming of it, and stuff like that. There is several clips on my YouTube channel of bloopers and stuff from Pallan 1 to a new Wolves movie, which is a special ops movie. There's some funny ones on there, and also Alone, which is a thriller, not sci-fi, thriller, suspenseful horror type movie. Anyhow, so we had problems with makeup artists. I've gone through 5 makeup artists, and not because anything about pay. They just see it today, tonight, and then just leave. Or they are busy, or we are trying to still get more people, and if you are interested, just hit me up on YouTube. We have to live in Adelaide, we're not flying anyone in. If you're from overseas, we're not flying you in either. We've got several big scenes coming up for Pallan 2. We'll finish off the cellar scenes, which is part of the 4th plane. Using an old cellar as the 4th plane of hell. So we need makeup artists for that. I did makeup the other day, and I actually enjoyed doing it. Only it's like putting dirt on people's face, or doing what we call dirty makeup, making it like they've been through, through the bush or through the scrub, through the woods. So Pallan's set in a middle-aged, far-off land, a bit like the Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, but nothing like them. So if you're expecting Game of Thrones to come out on the Pallan 1, you're truly delusional. We base it on the game being Dungeons and Dragons. So there's no flying dragons or anything like that, or like massive monsters like Blue Orcus or something like that. So if you're expecting that, that won't happen. So, but we have had some really talented actors, and I must say people have been owning it and continue to. So, what else can we talk about? Just the costumes we had. Most of them are from eBay or Amazon. Lots of medieval type dresses that the ladies wear. We don't have suits of armour. We don't have probably the only armor we have is leather armor. So, so at the end of the game, when we finished, the guys were about level 12, and they were all running around with magical muskets. Now, that's not happening in any of the Pallan movies, except for one musket someone gets hold of. So yeah, we have a bit of fun on set, as you can see by those videos. If you have a look on the channel, have a bit of a laugh. It's not all serious, and just have a cool time and chilled and everything. So I want to talk about just quickly our other movies. I said about Alone, which is a thriller type horror. That's about 16 scenes in, 17 scenes in from making, not making, but in production. We really proud of it, and we don't have a script for that. We just ad lib. I know that sounds really silly, but it seems to work for the actors that are working on it. We really do have fun with it, and I play the Sheriff Buxton. It's set in Australia, but we're using American terms like FBI, so not detectives or crime scene. We have crime scene investigators. We haven't put them on the set yet, but we'll have some crime scene investigators, some forensic people. We just got our new lead role lady, and we did have someone and they just can't do it anymore, so we haven't done any scenes with her. So she's the victim, and there's several victims in the movie. It's ended up being like a serial killer movie. It's been fun actually, and I really love the story that we're making. The other movie we're doing is Wolves, which is a special ops movie, something like Black Hawk Down, but nothing like it. American Sniper is like that. It's about a guy that goes away to war against some terrorists. It's all make believe to make out terrorists, but it's the Eastern Bloc of Europe. So they own the Eastern Bloc country, goes from Germany all the way back to Russia to almost Japan. We're thinking of putting Japan, its forces invading Japan. I know it's pretty far fetched. China don't get involved; they don't want to be any part of it. The terrorist makes a biochemical, which is this here, biohazard, and he puts it. It's actually in a, believe it or not, what is it called? A bath. I've lost my words. Body wash container. It's actually red wine. There it is there. Jacob's Creek, $30 bottle, and I've put some in there. It actually looks like blood, but it's actually red wine, and it's going to be the biohazard here. We're not sure how it's going to go, and I'm not going to tell you much more about that bit because that's one of the main parts of the movie. He set several bombs off in Malaysia, and it kills a fair decent amount of people. And then the Wolves team and the Sharks team combine, which is an international force made up of Australians, British, and some Americans, go in and try to capture him and stop him or kill him or whatever. So it's exciting, and it's basically family orientated. Where it's not family orientated movie, obviously, because there's a bit of swearing and a bit of violence and that. But family bit comes out when the main character suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. Comes home after every mission and can't handle being home and rather be in a war zone, blah, blah, blah. A bit like American Sniper, but not so. But he has 7 kids and a wife, and in American Sniper he had 3 children or 2, I can't remember. And that's just the anniversary, nor was not long ago, a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting, and we've got several really good actors that have put their hand up and they're smashing it out, especially my on-screen daughter, Leash, she's been killing it. And there's a scene with me and her, and she almost made me cry. So I play the leading man, which I don't like doing, but someone said to me, your story, you need to play it. And I'm like, yeah, but look at me, I'm a little fatty. No, but I am on a diet and I'm trying to lose weight. And you see me, there's a photo of me holding a pistol and I've got this huge guts. I'm just hoping the editors might be able to show a bit of my guts. So we've got 2 people still watching. We did have up to 6, which is awesome. I'm going to share this on my page and stuff. Actually, I might do it now on my Facebook page. If you want to add me on Facebook and put me in the group as a fan, it's Shane Hampton, not Matt Hampton. I go by Matt Hampton, but Shane Hampton it's a long story. And it's not because I'm trying to hide or anything. It's actually my son's Facebook, and I lost my Facebook to Facebook. Decided after 12 years they didn't want me on their books anymore. So technically I got this happening, and then that happened, and I had to have a Facebook, obviously, because we do most of our contacts and stuff like that on Messenger, and we do a lot of advertising on Facebook for extras and cast and stuff like that. And we don't pay anyone, so people do it for the love, and if they don't want to do it for the love, and we've had several people say, do it for the love. Hookers don't do anything like that for love. And I'm like, are you a hooker? You know? Again, you know, we do what we do, and we try to, you know, and we try to help everyone out. It's very, 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 very hard to explain to people what's happened, and I'm hoping this video will help people understand. And I suffered from a fair. I know people did as well, and you know, promises were made, and I couldn't help the promises being made. But you know, I only said what I had to say to those people to say, well, I understand your pain, because you know, I'm 800 hours down at $29 an hour too. So, but they didn't get that. They thought it's because of me, you know, because they needed the money. And I said, well, when you don't have the money to buy something, do you go out and buy a car with that money that you don't have? Of course not, because you don't have the money. So you can't, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't expect to have that money. If it doesn't turn up, it doesn't turn up. You know, and so I understand what people's grievances were, but again, I couldn't help them because I was in the same boat as them, technically. And if they, you know, they sort of understood, but I think they really didn't understand. And I get that. Did you say something about, oh, hi, Clint, how you going? I did say something about investors. Again, you guys spoiled it when you went to Today Tonight. Everything was waiting for it. And this is the making of Pallan 1, mate, and we're still making Pallan 2, and we still film, and we've got 4 other movies happening, and you're nowhere to be seen. So, you know, we still do our thing. And, you know, as I said, if I hung around a bit longer, you know, as you can see, I'm still living in the same house, bro. Nothing's changed. I don't have the Mercedes out the front anymore. Well, I never did. So thanks for joining, though. I didn't know you were on this channel, and you've probably been watching for a while. And you did some really good editing with Today Tonight. It was awesome. Kudos to you. Yeah, and I'm bloody angry about it, and I should be. You talk about mental health and shit like that. You had no idea what the shit was I going through that week. Absolutely no idea. I watched it 3 times. I've watched it 4 times now. 4 times. And did you give a shit? You just went to mental health. You just went to Today Tonight. They turned up on set, which we knew about. So That's nice. Yeah, it is fucking nice. How's that sound? Yeah, I'm fucking angry. And don't ever come fucking near me, I tell you now. Fuck me. You've got no idea. And it was a great interview, great smiley face and all that shit. And Shannon called me a lowlife. I got some stories for fucking Shannon as well. And about Shannon. This wasn't going to be a rant, but it's turned out to be one. How's Today Tonight going? Yeah, you liked it? Yeah, you fucking idiot. Of course you liked it. Playing with yourself. Sorry, everyone. The editing was good, Clint. And if you hung around for a bit longer, maybe you could have done some editing as well. The other thing is that, you know, we're still filming and we have people that are more committed than anyone now. So you can tell everyone. Actually, tell Helen, nice phone calls at 1 o'clock in the morning too. If she rings me again like that, I will knock on her door. And I know where she lives too. And several other people know where she lives as well. Like my ex-wife, who's a cop. And Helen's an ice dealer, man. And she does ice and did ice on set. And I was big on not having people that were drug takers. I could understand taking some drugs, but not on set. And she offered people drugs on set. Anyhow, I think I've raved enough about that. And the big turncoat as well, Jessica. I'm with you till the end, 2 days before, and then decides to take over the group. That was awesome too, man. Big turnaround, and you could write a book about that and a movie. I don't care, man. Untouchable. I'll say it again. If she rings me again, I'll turn up with the cops there and have her for stalking and harassment that way. So I am a smart man. Still working, man. Still doing our stuff. Hope you were right in the fires, by the way. I was thinking about you. And that's not being facetious or anything. It's just being honest. But thanks for dropping in here. Appreciate it. At least I get my say. You guys got your say. I got a little thing saying, he'll pay it when he can. Yeah, I did. I actually do donate to the CFS at Hamley Bridge, and we've donated nearly over $50 to the CFS. So again, you're wrong. We do it every week. Every week, put the bucket in, I take it down there, put it in the helmet. So there you go. Up here again, thinking before you even say anything. And I did donate to Motor Neuron as well. So there you go. And they're not our sponsors anymore anyhow, so, or charities that we sponsor. It's not your brigade. It goes to the CFS, man. What they do with it, the Hamley Bridge one, it's fine. You don't have to be your brigade. You're not with us anymore, bro. I could give it to Kadena where Paddy's going, where he's training. So regardless, who cares? It's a silly, silly thing that you're saying there. It's all about you, isn't it? It's never about anyone else but you. This is fun. Yeah, it's fun because why? It's fun because you guys left, which is great. It's never been so much peaceful. Everybody just does what they have to do and goes home, and the chats don't go off every night. Oh, yeah, where's my account that you were going to send me? Still waiting for that. And how's the footage going that you actually lost on your computer? Now, I was so pissed off with that, but I just left it because what could I do? There's nothing. So the footage that you possibly had on your computer, which may be still there because you weren't going to hand it over anyhow, of our best work. So that was fun, wasn't it? I got told that I should just say, didn't lose it. No, of course you did, because you held on to it. We reshot it anyhow, man. So it's all good. And we changed everything around. I knew that. I knew that was the biggest load of bullshit you had because you had day 2. Someone else said to me, You delete it once you spoke to Day tonight. But look what that got you. They're not in business now. And I'm glad you joined us because this is the bullshit. Pallan 1, this is the bullshit I had to put up with. And not just me, other people. And 90 other people were pissed off that you guys did what you did. And then we've got Kavina on the phone when they turned up on set, going, oh, they're here. Not like I didn't hear that or saw it. So it was worth it. It gave us good exposure. Yes, I got trolled. I still get trolled now on social media. Who gives a fuck? I don't even look at it anymore. I actually went in there and laughed at a few comments because I have a new Facebook page, so technically no one knows who I am. You could go and find it because it's quite easy, but you were smart to delete it because we just filmed it again. And it took half a day, not a whole day. How was your trip to Moonta? That was pretty good, all paid for, except for your petrol. We don't pay anyone petrol, so I still had to drive up there. And bringing up my criminal record, that's smart as well. And they're all charges of driving. And I went to court and got my community service. So Shannon was really bright. I've got a criminal record. It sounded like I murdered someone. That may happen, yeah. You'd be really interested in the movies we're doing now, Clint. We've gone away from medieval stuff and we're doing stuff like special ops and a thriller and a horror and stuff like that. So something different. Anyhow, should we have a glass of wine? Actually, let's toast you, Clint, for being an arsehole. Oh, fuck, I'm on fire today. Actually, you want to ring me. Be good if you rang me as well. I don't think you can because I blocked your number. Cool, where can I see them? Well, that's debatable at the moment because they're still in production. Cheers, Clint. $30 bottle of wine. When we finish them. Same as Pallan 1. Pallan 1's in editing at the moment. Plus, if you turn up to the Pallan 1 premiere, you'll be ushered out very quickly. And I'm not going to tell you where that is. So, and you can troll as much as you like, and you can send your moles in and shit like that. This is all very, very cool, man. I'm just letting it all hang out now. So technically, yeah. So I answered all your questions. The CFS donation, there's $53 that have gone to the Hambley Bridge Brigade, which is my hometown brigade. So I should be able to do a donation to whoever I want. Any other questions? We could do this. We're going for 44 minutes. You need to back up and have a look at the first bits. I didn't mention any names until you got on. And how's Helen going, by the way? You were all against her being on set when she was abusing shit. Oh, hi. Oh, I know this lady. Melinda. You really would like to see the final results of Pallan 1. We'll have to wait until the editing for that. I do know your name. Reminds me of someone. That's what's happening with Pallan 1. Thanks for joining us. We've got questions. Clint's had a lot of questions. How about you ask me another question, Melinda? Or Clint can ask me another while I toast him for being an arsehole. This probably will get deleted, and I don't give a fuck because I've gone over 18, not for children. So I've seen worse on YouTube. And my streaming is good for Fortnite and any other game that I play. GTA is fun. No other questions, Clint? You're meant to be working, bro. What's the time? Oh, you nearly finished work. But I'd like to thank you for your help. You inspired me to do more movies and to look at more filming, and we have better cameras now. All sorts of shit's happening. And lighting. Yeah. Don't have any more questions. That's awesome. I'm sorry for swearing. I don't normally. Oh, happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there too. Just wanted to drop in before work. Let me know when the editing's done. Sure. You'll see it. I clearly let you live rent free in your mind in a nice big place. I don't live rent free, bro. I pay my rent. $660 a fortnight, bro. So all good. You know, my rent's paid. Is yours? You know, and people say that. How do you pay your rent? I just pay it. Pay my electricity. Last week I finished off paying it off, and then the next bill will be next week. No, it's about a month away. Pay my rego. Pay for servicing of my car. It's called budgeting, bro. And still end up buying stuff for the movie and the movies that we have and stuff like that. But it still comes all out of my pocket. And we still have the same makeup brushes when Helen was here. Well, she never used our shit. So technically, yeah, and her $68 she got and she claims she never got. And that's in $5,000 budget. I don't even know where the fuck she got that from. Seriously. What we'll do, Melinda, the Pallan trailer will be coming out soon, very, very soon. Maybe a week or two. Can't give you a date yet. And yes, there will be one. And it will contain all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's a nice big place now. Great place to film. Still got the cellar. We're doing cellar scenes very soon. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? And just get Current Affair to come, man. Knock on my door. I'm sure they'll bring him in. I actually offered Elise Baker, and I've still got her card here, just here, that she gave me, to come to the premiere. And we offered her if she wanted to have some lamb sashalots from our catering and stuff like that. And she declined. But she said she'll come to the premiere, which is awesome. And she still works for Channel 7. Oh, thank you, Melinda. It's nice to have a supporter. We do have many, but it's nice that you came in and said that. Clint's probably messaging you now. But cheers. And cheers to Clint. It's not a bad drop, bro. Should come over for a drink one day. But regardless of the fact, Clint, I still care about you. I just don't want to see you. And I'm sure you think the same, and you never thought of my mental health when it all happened. I listened to you. Did you listen to me after it all happened? Yes, I went back to my psychiatrist, my psychologist, because you fucking rocked my boat. And yeah. And I wasn't suicidal. I just wanted to go and bash the fuck out of someone. So there you go. There's more. That's not threats, but that's how I didn't say who. So yeah, technically, I had a good Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas? Good New Year? I had a shit New Year, but went and saw a band, then ran into my ex-girlfriend, and that was good. And then walked back to the other pub, and then got my old man to drop me off. Oh, the other thing, Clint, as well, is my sister's died too. So technically, it hasn't been a good week. So, but I'm still going. And my sister passed away on Monday. She had a massive heart attack on Sunday, and then decided that they decided to turn her life support off Monday morning. Monday night, 9:30. Around about 9:30, she passed away. So I haven't had a great couple of weeks, man. And I find out one of my best friends, so-called one of my huge friends, might have cancer too. So, and she just buried her mum not long ago in November, and her auntie and uncle. So, and then she's got what her mum had. So it sucks, and that is life. But we just go on and do what we need to do. The other thing is that, regardless of the people, as I said before earlier, long time before you dropped into the chat, still appreciate everyone's efforts, regardless of the fact. And Jessica hit the nail on the head. if there wasn't investors and if there wasn't any money, we still would have done the project. And there was investors, they didn't have any money, I don't got no money, so technically we still could have done the project. But people decided, oh, let's go to Today Tonight, which is fine. Gave us the exposure we needed. Gave me some bad exposure, and I featured in their last episode, which was awesome, right near the end, which I really thanked them for, and I sent Elise, thanks for exposing me again and me putting up with shit messages again. And people do remember. Who cares? They remember what? The dodgy director, which I still think it's really funny, and I still use that name. And I own that name. It's like the hairy back man. So it might suck a little that went through, but I appreciate you guys going there. Cheers. And hope our ice addiction is going really well. And regardless if it's not going really well, I hope she's well anyhow. So is this still fun for you, Clint? If you're still around, I'm sure it is. What else we were going to talk about? I'm still well and I'm still here and lost weight and all sorts of shit's happening. But Belinda, thank you for that. I'm sure you want to hear all the gossip that happened on Pallan 1. And supposedly I was sleeping with half the cast, and I still want to know how that happened because I wasn't here when it did, and certainly wasn't in my bed, and I certainly weren't there either. And supposedly I was creepy to girls, but I was just being friendly because that's who I am. And if I'm creepy, I didn't mean to be. And I got called a rock spider on the Today Tonight page, which is awesome because technically I got pulled over the coals for that one in basketball because I was coaching kids and I was coaching young women, and the president of one of the clubs that I coach, I won't mention them, said, "Oh, we've had this accusation with someone on Facebook," and I'm like, "It's fucking Facebook, bro." People say a lot of things on Facebook. Some things they make accusations on things like this because they've got a bone to pick with me or they've got a problem with me. You know me, I count myself as a pretty good coach. I don't count myself as a great coach, but 33 trophies over 25-year span, that's well over a trophy a year, a premiership a year. So my basketball knowledge and my basketball coaching stands out. So for that person to say that, and I know who it was directed to, and about, the person is a grown woman, 27, and I never ever did anything. I'm not Harvey Weinstein either, so technically, and look at his career now, he's walking around with a frame and all sorts of shit, and technically that's just been put on and he's doing some good acting. And we have 65% women on, or we had 65% women on Pallan 1 and cast and crew. So, and most of those women, 45% are still with us. So technically, and 45% are still working for us in Pallan 2. So I don't know where that lies, but we definitely look after our ladies on set, and I'm very mindful of what we need to do and stuff like that. Make sure they're protected. And with that, I think we have over 55% now women on Pallan 2. So we're missing the 10%. With Alone, there's 25% women because it's more of a well, it shows domestic violence against women. So there's lots of strong male characters in that movie, going from the good guys to the bad guys, or the good guys to the bad guys, I should say. And then in Wolves, we've got several actors that are women. So, and several actors that play soldiers that are women. So we want to branch out to make women can go to war. Women can be strong. We have the warrior women in Pallan 1, which we didn't really use as well as we should, because we had people that couldn't commute and stuff like not people that pulled out, they just couldn't turn up. And I wanted to make sure that we made that, because we announced that National Women's Day that we will do that. It's around March, National Women's Day. And we'll do it again, that we want to promote women. We've got that other movie that we're thinking about doing with Emma, and that's a domestic violence one. And once we finish it, we'll do that. So we have several, and I want to do some more writing, and I want other people to contribute as well. So again, you know, we do what we can do. You know, we just do what we can. Oh, I might have pressed the button there, Clint. Oh, I did. Sorry. 300 seconds you've been timed out for. Sorry. Didn't mean to. That might have been YouTube doing that, not me. Anyhow, I'll show you what we're up to. So that's what's that front of how you see it. Pallan 2, scene, roll 5, scene 58, take 2. So we're up to 50, that'll be 59. So that's how far we've come. With Pallan 2, we're like 34 off the finishing, 34 scenes, which can be done over a space of 3 shoots. So that's massive effort. Again, we go from there, but maybe I should make you a moderator, thinking you can unban yourself. You're not banned anyhow. 300 seconds is not long. I just thought I might be able to just block you, which I'm good at doing, and I'm sure you blocked yourself and blocked me, and I blocked you, and whatever. It's all about social media these days. I worked out that Jessica was on was still on my Instagram, so that was the other day, and I just and then she put a nice little thing about today tonight. I almost tagged myself into it, so I can see that you went to today tonight. I'm sure this will get back to those people, and I hope it does, and you watch it from the beginning, because the beginning means more than the rant that I did in between with the wine, and cheers to Clint. Actually, cheers to everyone that was on set. Shannon, cheers to you, bro. You made me stronger, man. Made me stronger. It just took me a little while to get stronger. When you hurt my kids, when you went to today tonight, I wasn't allowed to see my son for a few weeks till his mother called down, and then she realised that it wasn't my fault. It was you guys. She realised that herself before even me talking to her. Hurt my parents. Hurt my parents' relationship with me. To say the least, my mum was pretty fucked off, and to say those words that she was. But again, this week it's proven what family's all about, with what's happened with my sister. So, and for those that didn't know, my sister passed away on Monday night. We're still going through some stuff with the service, probably be a private service. But yeah, so lots of things have happened, and this is what I wanted to bring out. The story itself, it's a lot more to it than just the story of Pallan 1 and the making of. And we will have some footage of making, and there'll be people there that on that making of that we are not working with anymore, but you're still going to be in it because you were part of it at the beginning. And we'll have people saying the script's not that good and it's written by a child. I'm like, man, when was the last time you wrote a script and made a movie? That's my comeback to nearly everyone. I myself don't care what people think about. Like, a critic's a critic. If I have name a critic, Richard Wilkins reviewing the movie, and he gives it a 2-star or 1 star. So he's a critic. these other people aren't critics, and they critic. You know, everyone loves a good movie, and I count myself as a pretty good critic on movies. And I went and saw Birds of Prey the other day, and it was awesome. And I've seen people go, it was crap, and they did reviews on it, and people were saying they didn't like it. Maybe because a woman was bashing a man in the balls with a baseball bat and tripping them up and breaking their kneecaps and breaking their legs and jumping on their face and stuff like that. So maybe you can just still be a fan of Marvel, I guess, or any superhero. I was only going to go for a while. I'm not sure when, and it might be a while. We might just do other stuff first. We'll have some surprises with Pallan 3, completely different evil, maybe. We'll see. Maybe there will be the same good guys because we're keeping most of the good guys. If you're still there, Clint, we replaced Versi with a new verse. And they sort of look the same but different hair colour. So, I don't know. We haven't replaced anybody really else. Obviously, Boykins died, or Shannon died, and he was always going to die. So, oops, I just let out a spoiler. So, it's better than being let out like that than have it let out on Twitter. It might be fun for you, bro, but it wasn't fun for me that day. For those at least 2 weeks it went on for. And you had your claim of fame as well. You did. You know, it was 5 seconds of fame, and people were saying it was 5 seconds of fame. We had lots more fame than that, so. And I do appreciate what you did. I might be a bit of an arsehole when I say shit, like I said, but I do appreciate what you did, and we did have some fun times. And we did get drunk that night at Moon Tour. It was quite funny. And dancing like idiots. But, yeah. And I haven't had the best few weeks. About 7 weeks I've been suffering from an infection. That's shit. I'm taking antibiotics, and probably the wine is not going well with the antibiotics, but so be it. But again, no one's knocked on my door, man, and said, I'm sorry, or can we have a talk, or what are you going to do about money? And I'm like, there's nothing we're going to do because I can't afford to pay everyone or pay anyone, let alone everyone. So, and yeah, well, Shannon summed it out, $2,000 out of 25,000, 25 people wasn't 25,000. Because there were several people that were extras and weren't expecting to get paid and didn't want to be paid. It's like the people we have at the moment, they don't expect to be paid, and several of them are going, oh, I don't want payment, I just want a bit of fun. And instead of sitting and watching TV, they're creating stuff. I had a chance to go on Jeremy Cordeau's show, and I decided not to, just to lay low, which probably was a good thing. Plus, I didn't want to add any more fuel than fire that was already there. Jeremy was really, really nice about offering, but I said no. And he's a big believer in the arts and stuff like that, and people trying to do stuff. I had several people message me and say, why don't you leave South Australia? It's fine, we were told no payment up front. We got told we would be paid. Okay. Someone came in as Matt Hampton. How do you know Matt Hampton is lying? His lips are moving. Very funny. And it's nice that he actually went as me. That's identity fraud, isn't it? And I don't go by Matt anymore. It'll be hard to find me. I do go by Matt. People still call me Matt. If this is someone from the old crew, you've got to rewind back to when I actually spoke high praise of you. But whoever that is, Matt Hampton, cheers. Drinking a bit of red wine. So the making of Pallan 1, we've gone through a whole lot of shit and stuff. And people actually, it was really funny because there was one scene there, people were saying the acting shit, which was funny because that was half you guys. Maybe the acting was shit. Again, you can only act as good as you can. Several D&D people said it's not constructive with D&D. It didn't have to be constructive with D&D or put together with D&D rules. Not identity fraud, actually. No, but you're posing as me on my chat. I know about the laws, and I know I'm untouchable, so because there is no contract, my friend. Unless you signed a contract to get paid. So give us a bit more. Let me know who you are instead of hiding behind a screen, which most people do. I can take a guess who it is, and I don't need to. Maybe it's Ellen. No, I'm posting as Matt Hammond. Never claimed to be you. I wouldn't want you to be me either, to be honest. Not the shit that I've gone through. I'm actually glad I did this because I bet you I can. I bet you I can. I said one name before. Did you hear it? And if it's that person, how's your ice addiction going? Balls out. Balls out. Balls and all interview. No one wants to be you. Too much bad juju. I know who uses that. Jessica, how are you? Thanks for turning your back on me and stabbing me in the back repeatedly. You are so wrong. You've got no idea. Thanks for joining me anyhow. It's good. Maybe we could have a chat one day and have a coffee like we did that time and talk about the role. I've got no problem with you. Absolutely no problem. I just didn't like to be stabbed in the back and you being a traitor. So if that is you, that's how I felt that day, and I felt really bad for about 2 weeks and went back to my psychiatrist and psychologist because I needed to. Not because I wanted to kill myself, but I wanted to bash the fuck out of someone. And it wouldn't have been you guys. It would have been the next person that asked me about whatever. But I've enjoyed this. This has been insightful, and I'm glad I got to tell Clint about a few things. Just because it was his CFS brigade I promised money to, I took it to Hamley Bridge. Whatever. I don't care either, man. Whatever. You went to today tonight. I didn't. I had a chance to go Jeremy Cordeaux. It's not Jess. You don't have an issue with someone you generally don't badmouth them. Well, I didn't badmouth you, Jess. I just didn't like how you were stabbing me in the back. And if it's not Jess, it's obviously someone else. It's Matt Hampton. Someone that uses emojis a lot. There's a lot of people that do that I know. Maybe it's Michelle. Who knows? If it's you, I'm sorry, love, and you know that I tried my hardest for everyone and you got extra money. You might not have realised that, but I gave you extra money for petrol and stuff like that, and you took it with your catering. So you didn't say, "Oh no, Matt, it's okay. Go and buy yourself some groceries." Well, I'm okay now. I'm going through every person that I've pissed off. That's what this is for. Every person like who? Name some names. You know, a 15-year-old called me an arsehole, so it's not the first time I've been called an arsehole, not in public as well, not the first time. I can be a real arsehole when I can be. But I also can be the nicest guy and the most givingest guy. And people got costumes that I haven't asked for back and I don't want them back. Horns, a few other props. I haven't asked for them back because we don't need them. Yeah, but if you rewind back, it wasn't about bitching. I've named several, yeah. I've never named the past names. But you have my name as that. This is the making of Pallan 1, so there's going to be lots of gossip and bitching, and I got called a rock spider. Do you know what a rock spider is? If you do, I got called that, and that's a fucking low act to call someone that when they have kids of their own, they've looked after kids, they've worked with kids with basketball, they work with kids during school hours to read books to them, they play D&D with kids. I have a work with children certificate, so I can, and for someone to call me a rock spider, there's a lot of Matt Hamptons, there is. But it's funny, you come into mine and it's Matt Hampton. It is pretty funny, you must admit, and it's quite smart that you did that. But again, you're hiding, I'm not. So again, you use a lot of emojis and stuff like that. Bad juju, I know people that use that, so I've had people say that to me in chats and all sorts of stuff. But again, we're still filming, so all the YouTubes in the world, and you just happen to come into mine. Well, that's right, then. And Matt Hampton dropped into mine. But Matt Hampton dropped into mine. That's right. I actually trolled Helen's page the other day, which I can see now, and she put up something about Rose Productions and hashtag Today Tonight into it, which was quite funny because they're no more. I know that. I Google search a lot of stuff. Maybe just research for films, but I don't Google my own name. The emojis are really cool. I like them. They're very good. So, Clint, any more questions while we're still toasting you, bro? Great camera work. Great losing that footage, which we still will shoot. It could be Clint playing, because Clint is a technical expert when it comes to computers. Because I did actually time him out before. Wasn't lost, I know. Got deleted. Funny about that. I timed you out for 300 seconds and you made another YouTube thing about another YouTube name under Matt Hampton. I timed you out for 300 seconds because you thought I blocked me. I didn't block you. I was just playing around to see what I could do. It's not Clint. Okay. Again, you're the one hiding. I'm not. I'm now here. And you can put this to, I don't know, where you want to put it. Stick it somewhere. It's just more advertising. It's free advertising. So this was really meant to be the making of, and I don't think Clint's that sad. I don't really care. I'm drinking the $30 bottle of red wine. He's not. Well, he could if he wanted to come here, but it's getting a bit low now, Clint. Better hurry. Again, I was saying that we had great times, everyone on, and it wasn't the same when everybody decided to shaft me. Now, technically, you could say that I shafted you guys, but I didn't. So, again, you could have worked for free if you wanted to, like everyone else does now. I work for free, I don't get paid. What would happen? Probably wouldn't answer the door, bro. And if you did come, well, you did come. What are you gonna do? Say good day? It's a long drive out here. I might be out. spending my Valentine's Day drunk. Well, I gave my Valentine's present away to someone. So technically, they've got it. So, don't know, might be going out tonight, don't I? Are you getting fucked tonight? Simple question. Or are you getting fucked over, maybe? Might be going out late. Not saying. You can. Well, why don't you post them? The invoices will be ripped up in your face, man, because you lost that footage. They weren't promised anything. They were promised that the investors would pay. Well, it's morning for you. Just drop it in the letterbox, Queen. I'm not here. I'm just waiting for them to be delivered, man. That you promised them in August. You know, maybe I might be able to throw you 10 cents a day. Oh, that's right. They are just people like me and you that work hard and try to make things happen and try to create things. But you did lose that footage, or you did destroy that footage, or whatever, or delete that footage. Whatever, bro. Come. Oh, you can give me the invoices and then you can go. It's going to be a waste of time and petrol for you, but if you want to come, that's fine. Well, I promised you yes, but that was in. It was in promises I got promised to. So you narrowed it down to the cast now of the old cast of Pallan. That's who you are. So I've narrowed it down to 10 people. And if it's Shannon, thanks for calling me a lowlife. I have some news for you, my friend. And that's it's not my responsibility either. If I don't get paid either, how can it be my responsibility as well? I was owed 800 hours. So technically, that's far more than anyone. I think the closest one was Gordana, by memory. But you can give me that invoice and I'll pay you 10 cents a day for that clean if you want. I'll give you the first payment today. Because you deleted all that footage, so why should I pay you? That was like, I don't know, 8 hours worth of footage, or 9 hours worth of footage, or whatever it was. You can tell me how many hours there was. So it's funny how you lost that or deleted that, but didn't delete the second day and already had that. Name the investors chasing up for you. No. Call me an idiot. I call you a wanker. It's not my responsibility at all, because these guys could have worked for free if you wanted to. The work you did was good. There was stuff that was shit too. Sure. That means you won't be on here. And we'll be still, you could probably come in on the chat. I can sit down and have a good chat. I don't care, Clint. You can come, man. You can give me the invoices and bring whoever you want. I don't give a fuck. You want to waste your petrol and time, it's up to you. You wasted your time when you were filming with us, so you might as well waste another 30 minutes or 40 minutes driving. I thought you were working, by the way. Yeah, all right. Something about dicks. Maybe you have got a bigger dick, but do you use it? And with that, I must say, pretty irresponsible to write something like that. Not responsibility. I'm not responsible. I'm glad you popped in the chat now, Anthony. Let's see what movies you can make and what you can do and what scripts you can make. No. A business, it's a hobby. Started the project, Pallan 1, and we're on to Pallan 2, and then we're on to Wolves, and then we're on to Alone. And it just rolled on from there. More and more. Unless you tell me who you are, you're not going to get any decent answer out of me anyhow. So, if it's someone that was on the cast for 2 minutes, a hobby, okay, hobby business, okay. What do you count as a hobby business then? Plant making, plant potting is a hobby. Stamp collecting is a hobby. Is that a business? No. Cosplay making? Yeah, you wouldn't regardless because you're chicken shit. And gutless fucking keyboard warrior. Anybody for a chocolate? I'm not getting drunk actually. It's the first time I've been drunk that for about a week. So, and being alone on Valentine's Day, what's wrong with that? Who said I'm alone? That is true. You can go and sell your baseball cards and make some money, but they're collector's items, so why would you? You like collecting, that's a hobby. So it's train, railway building and train collecting and painting little models and stuff, that's a hobby. Some people sell little models and paint, like Shannon does. And Shannon's pretty good at that, I must admit. So tell us about yourself, Matt Hampton. I like talking to myself. Said about your dick is really big. I'm sure it is. Anyhow, we should be talking about other stuff. If you sell models, it's considered as a hobby business, yeah. But you can sell them on Facebook, you can sell them on Gumtree. But again, if it doesn't go over a certain amount of money, it's a hobby. You can name that amount of money. And, you know, Clint brought up about my house and how I'm paying rent free. How Pallan's never coming out. Okay. The same as Pallan 2's not going to come out in Alone and Wolves. Whatever. You don't see the bigger picture. Nor that I expect you to see the bigger picture because you're a little bit blind. Not what he said. What do you mean? He said about me living in a house and paying rent free. Pay rent free. Is that what you mean? Scroll up, have another look. You can't be fucked scrolling up. That conversation was done. Thanks to the 6 other people here. I hope you're enjoying it. Because I certainly am. And cheers to the Matt Hampton that's in the chat. At least you've got a good name. You can take that any way you like. Oh, if Taryn steps in here, thanks for the great today tonight interview too. Ah, he lives in free rent-free house. He also has a job, another job that he does. I'm sure. Well, I don't know if he has now, but he did when I knew him. So, and he has his business of doing photography and videos of people's weddings and events. So he makes a bit of money out of that. Just saying. A streamer can make money too on Twitch. Doesn't make them a business. They might want to pay some tax with that. Dr. Lupo had to pay tax. And if you don't know who Dr. Lupo is, look it up on Twitch. It's one of the highest rating Twitch users and the highest numbers that he gets. Like over 1 million views in the last few months, which is pretty right, insane. And I only stream when I want to stream, when I do gaming, and I'm not very good at it. So, and I don't make any money from it. I just do it for a bit of fun. Next question. You do have to pay tax, but only if you make money from it. I've got all the receipts that I've bought stuff and stuff like that. And any money. I'm sure Clint pays tax on his work. On his work that he does for photography. I'm sure he does. If not, he should be. If it's over a certain amount of money. If you read the affiliate agreement, what affiliate agreement are you talking about? Affiliate agreement to who? Affiliated to who? To who, bro? Or to who? Did you call me bro and be a chick? I'm guessing you are the way you're writing. And laugh out loud is what I'm doing at the moment. It's getting quite boring because technically it's not about you, it's about the movie. I have no clue how Twitch works. Okay. I also know, and I watch streamers every day, from when I wake up to when I go to bed, of what they do. So I think I know a little bit. I am laughing. Give a fuck. Again, you haven't told me who you are, and if you tell me who you are, I'll fucking laugh anyhow. So it's the same as Instagram users, big Instagram users, and what they offer, and models and stuff like that. Not just, I mean, all sorts of models and stuff like that. We'll take Brendan Favola's daughter. She gets payments from makeup companies to use her stuff. Well, I don't know if I know about it. You tell me. Give me a copy and paste in the thing about affiliated Twitch. I'm not talking about Twitch today. I'm talking about Pallan what? I reckon I might know who you are. And if it is who I think it is, it's not that you might know already. And actually, when he gets here, and you can drop it off for him. Jacqueline, is this your scarf? Because I found it. It was in a garbage bag which Jordana had, which was all folded up neatly like this. I have your scarf. Now, you can private message me somehow or an email, because I think I still have an email address. So matthampton23@outlook.com with your address, and I'll post it to you. It's for next Tuesday week. So if that's you, Jacqueline, and if you know Jacqueline, tell her I found her fucking scarf. That she fucking... My mum could have knitted that in 30 minutes. So that she went off about. Well, okay, have you directed a movie? Have you sat down and worked out what you're going to do with a movie? Which happens every day with me. Yeah, watching Twitch is different to making or to doing anything like that. What's the email address? I'll type it out for you, love. Because I think you're a chick. If you're not a chick, you're a guy. Or you could be something else. Give me a thing. She needs to send me or an address that she wants it to go to. So it could be a post office box, could be her twice removed cousin. But that is email address. She needs to send me an address to get it to her, and I might even express post it. Maybe. Or just go in normal mail if she wants it. Sitting here, it's not doing anything. It will save me doing anything else with it. But she so wanted it. She threatened that she would get the police over a scarf. Don't waste the police time because the police won't come. I know that. My ex-wife's a copper. Next question. And she certainly wouldn't be worried about that shit. A scarf that my mum can make in 30 minutes. But I did find it, so, and it was here, and it was in a bag that I didn't even think of looking in a garbage bag that someone else put it in. I'm sure you will pass it on. Oh, and the group that you have, the old Pallan group, still have people in there that tell me shit. So technically, the last one that was talked about was in August last year. Oh my God, so updated. Yeah, well, that's fine. She can have it back. Don't have a problem with that. I did actually try to friend her on Facebook, and she didn't, because I couldn't send her a message to see. Patty and I looked high and low for that for nearly 2 days. Well, not 2 days continuous, but I was searching for it, so I did actually care. So, well, just a little bit. It might have been made by her aunt. Well, probably was. That's good. So you do know who she is. How about you, Kate Marsh? How are you going, Matt Hampton? There we go. Let's throw that in. And if it is Kate Marsh, I never ever, I just stepped over you when it came over about the costumes, because plenty of costumes for everyone. And there we are. That's another thing we brought up, that don't cross the boss. Just say, well, that's not true. We do have plenty of costumes. So if it's you, Kate, I know you're still friends with Patty. That's all good. You can be friends with whoever you like. And it's not Kate Marsh either. But we're getting there. And it's not Jacqueline. And it's not Jessica. And I said Michelle, but you didn't say it's Michelle. I don't know, whoever. But I know it's probably a chick. And you probably got my email address if you're any one of those people, anyhow, so you could easily just look it up. And if it's Helen, we've already talked about you in no end. If you ring me again at 1:30 in the morning, my God. Although I won't answer the phone because I turned my phones off now. Are you assuming my gender? Well, we did talk about dicks before, so unless you're a chick with a dick. I'm here all night, try to stay. Ask me another question. You talk about Pallan and how it's not coming out. And you're telling the story. Maybe we should write a movie about this. Clint's coming. Let's sit down and talk about a movie, Clint. I'm looking forward to seeing Clint and him handing me stuff and giving me his 10 cents for his day. He said he was going to send it in August. Still waiting. Didn't he want to post it? This was going to be about Pallan 1, and technically it is still about Pallan. We've been going for an hour and a half, so nearly a whole movie's worth. No, I'm not. I have many transgender friends, and I have several friends that I'm very close to. So if you're trying to go that way with me, that doesn't work. I have several gay friends as well. Chick with a dick is fine. It's just I don't roll that way, and if you do, that's well and good for you. I'm never against anybody. I've got several friends that are on Facebook that are transgender or lesbian, and I'm not sure what they are. So technically I voted yes for the equal rights to get married, same as like 75% of 73% of other people did. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with people that hide and we don't know who they are. And I don't really care who you are, to be honest. It's funny actually you hide because you only, like, I'm not going to do anything. What am I going to do? Maybe troll you on Facebook like I've had for fucking months, or don't even worry. Don't even worry. Don't even care. Because I don't, I'm over that chapter of Pallan 1, that chapter. And if you go to the beginning, I actually gave these guys props for acting so well and giving us so much content that we can still use. So I'm sure if you want Pallan 1 to come in to be something that you've worked on and to happen, I'm sure you're not going to stop anything from it to happen. So again, so be it. So I'm just checking my Facebook. Nothing's really happening on here, which is quite interesting. Always. Oh, I've got another lovely message from someone. I better prepare myself for cleaning. Better get out the red carpet or something. I actually bought a red carpet. Pretty cool. Runs the whole length of Hamley hallway. It cost me much. And for someone to say that I'm getting drunk on a live thing, so lots of Twitch streamers do it. They take shots when they die or take shots when they kill someone. That's on a game, of course. Maybe I could do a salute to you if you follow direction quite well, because you say I was a shit director. Well, you followed the direction. Does that make sense? Maybe. Clint, if you're getting this message still when you're driving, I think that's against the law. I think maybe. And maybe what you guys did and put me on Today Tonight was illegal too, because he didn't ask me for my image to be shown, and Today Tonight never asked me either. So, but okay to when they first went to meetings. So when is the pretend movie coming out, or is your net broken? No, my net's in the country, so that's why. Not everyone can have great net in the city, bro. There's lots of CGI to be done as well, and we're filming 3 other movies too, so technically we're very busy. But if you want to do your services and editing, you can. We have got an editor, so, but again, if you want to, Matt Hampton, I block people because I left those chats, so technically I didn't block anyone until people started. And then I started blocking people when Today Tonight happened. There was about 40 people blocked. And people just blocked me and moved on. Several of my friends blocked me too because of Today Tonight. And the shit that happened with my family with Today Tonight. I don't think these guys actually realise the fucking shit that went through. With my family, my kids, all sorts of shit. Yeah, I might have caused that myself, but these guys went to Today Tonight. I didn't. I went to Jerry McCordo, but then I decided not to do it. You'd rather spend something working on something worthwhile. Whatever, it's your choice. Again, I didn't force anyone to be on set and say, "Have to come." You come if you wanted to. You don't have to. You tell me what you're working on at the moment, apart from typing on this in the middle of the day. You know, you might become a Hollywood superstar with Hollywood dreams, and then again, you might be a South Australian director just trying to get their shit out there. Or you could be a South Australian actor trying to get yourself an extras gig. The other thing I was on TV three times this year. You need a release date to get tickets, or you will be paying to go see it. Yes. Because I did say before, probably about 20 minutes into the stream, that none of the old actors will get in. They'll probably be paying. When we get the editing done, we don't have to tell a release date until we're ready to release the trailer, and it'll be released out on the 22nd of April. There you go, there's a date for you. 22nd of April. It might be 7 months before it was actually meant to be released, but it's still happening. And the other movies, we don't do release dates, we just say approximately. So I do have an answer for nearly everything, but technically I don't have an answer for that one. Can't tell you. It's been great talking to you, though, even though I don't know who you are. The movie or the trailer? Well, movie maybe, 22nd of April. Tell your friends. The trailer itself could be in a week or a couple of weeks. I said that before. If you rewind back, if you go back and watch an hour and 44 minutes or an hour and 24 minutes. The making of is coming out now. We're on it now, and then we've got to have other footage, stuff like that. But then we're going to have someone sit down and interview some of the cast. And you're quite welcome to come and get your 2 cents worth, if you want to, and tell me or tell them all about the bad things, because everything's coming out on it. So it's a balls and all one. We're having Clint come later and drop off an invoice, which would be lovely, which I should have got in August, which he actually sent to me by email, which I still got in my inbox, and I opened it up. So technically, I've got it, Clint, so you really didn't need to drop it off. I just can't print it out. I didn't say to you, did I? If you rewind back, all the originals are going to be in it with some CGI. I didn't say stand in front of the camera. They sit in front of the camera themselves. They're grown adults. So you want to hope they are in it. Cheers to the old staff and the old cast. So you can spread the word if you want. These guys are going to be in it. Because they didn't sign releases. They also didn't sign any contracts. I don't give a fuck. Take me to court. Sue me. Sue me for the millions of dollars that Pallan's going to make, which you probably won't make. Don't give a shit. Actually, Clint's responsible for that because he filmed them. So speak to Clint. Not all adults, that's correct. But the adults were present and they didn't pull them off the set at the time. Their parents were present. So, Michelle, how you going? Or Sean, how you going? So I think I might have guessed who you are. And I did say thank you for the catering. You did an awesome job. And I did give you extra money. But then again. Well, we did film them though. We did film them. He was the cameraman on the day. And Sean's not spelled like that, so I know it's going to be. No, it's not Sean. It's got to be Helen then. Or Thomas. So technically, you're under 18. You shouldn't be watching this because I put there no under 18s. So you might be breaking YouTube rules, and Matt Hampton might not exist. Or if it's Sean's son or Sean's daughter, again, you shouldn't be watching this because you're under 18. So I'm narrowing it down to a few people now. If it's Cavino, again, I saw you on the phone talking to everyone. So I'm not releasing it to the public. What do you mean? I'm not going to guess. I'm not here for guessing games. You're the one hiding. I'm not. I'm here. I'm the real Matt Hampton. You're a wannabe. And you can take that any way you want. Take that being not personal. Because you don't know who you are. You might as well put like the Dark Knight on there. Because I will find out who you are. It's not hard. I don't care if I'm going to guess bro. I'm just throwing some names in. And if it was Helen, how's the ice addiction? Geez, I reckon I might have said that 4 times, 5 times in an hour and 50 minutes. It's been fun though. I really enjoyed it. If you drink the rest of the wine, you better hurry up because it's nearly gone. And I'm a grown man, I can drink if I want to. So. Anyhow, you can show this all to the Pallan people. You can put it in the Pallan old group page because that'll give everyone a big laugh. Even the people that I've got there that still planted there. You can take a guess who they are. Some people I've known for 30 odd years. They tell me everything that happens in that page. And several other people have told me also that all different things. That you've taken over the page, and we all knew that anyway, because I did try to stop her, but I almost did block Jessica probably 3 hours before. Not block her, but stop her admin. So, which is, would have stopped everybody taking over, but I don't give a shit. It was only, and everybody knew what was happening anyhow because everyone put stuff in chats and all sorts of shit. So yeah. Anyhow, I've got a few emails to send and a couple of personal messages to send, so just chill out there. Sure you're enjoying the sunshine. It's really dark out there. Might rain. We need some rain up here. It's fucking close. Let's spray a bit of ozone in the air. Or I'll get in trouble for that now. Yeah, so tell us how much experience you've had in reading making and how much shit you have to go through. The other thing is that someone tried to take down a video that had them in it, and YouTube said, sorry, can't do that. So if that was you, or you're watching this now, stood in front of the camera. That's my main saying, and that's what I'll say. I'll continue to say. So. Right back to a second. I don't need any releases because I stood in front of the camera. I can go live and just have a blank wall. Don't need to join. If you're not here to guess when, then why guess? I don't get what you mean there. Great live, not even talking to the audience. Well, because I have to do something. Same as they have to go for a piss in a minute. I won't be talking to any audience. I'll be talking to the toilet. What you just said, I just mumbled. I just said that what movie are you making and how many acting jobs have you had? Give us a bit of background on yourself, because technically you're the person that, you know, everybody's looking up to at the moment. You're Matt Hampton, supposedly. It's not Joanne, is it? If it was Joanne, you didn't answer my PMs for the last 6 weeks or something, and that's why I didn't block you, I unfriended you. And I'm allowed to block people anyhow, or unfriend them, and stuff like that. If you're not my friend, well, and technically if you went to Today's Night, you're not my fucking friend anyhow. You give us no real background or create any movies and no one looks up to you. I don't care if no one looks up to me at all. I have lots of people that look up to me when I coach basketball. I have several people that look up to me when I was doing wrestling. Several people that looked up to me when I was working full-time as the advertiser, because I was good at what I did. I don't really care if you don't look up to me with movies. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. As I said, come to the movie, have a look. If you don't like it, well, what have you lost? $10? Because that's all we're charging, so it's cheaper than any other movie. And it's not Joe, that's fine. You're hiding behind someone called Matt Hampton, which is even finer. It doesn't bother me, I don't really care. How long were you involved in any of them? Oh, my phone's going on. What do you mean? Involved in any of them? What do you mean? Movies or TV series or acting or directing or? Don't know what you mean. Confusing, very confusing. Filling the ozone layer. Sorry. Don't know what you mean. Yeah, I was 17 years at the advertiser. Softball, was never involved in softball. Basketball with me. Wrestling about 11 years. Basketball over, I think I worked out the other day. Coaching for over 25 years. And playing over 30 years, since I was 18. So a long time. Movies, how long have we involved in movies, making movies since December 2018. But I did do some stuff when I was at college, and I did do some stuff while I was at high school. But they're all high school movies and a bit of fun. How long have you been involved? I just named 17 years, 25 years, 11 years, and 30 odd years of basketball. So 17 years at the advertiser, which is a decent amount. That's well over, long service leave, my second one. So nothing actually, doesn't have to be released yet. Steven Spielberg didn't make his first movie until God knows how old he was. Doing? Well, I just told you. Since December 2018. And I did short films at school and shit like that, but nothing. Well, that was on reels back in the day. I am 51 years old, god damn it. I got told I was old the other day by the doctor. I don't feel old. So that's it, as I said, that's a balls and all thing there, that I'm telling you the truth there, even though you think I'm lying half the time, which I'm not. That's what I've been doing. Yeah, school was a long time ago. You're dead right. Kudos to you on that one. It was a long time ago. I left school in 1986. There you go. That's how long ago it was. And then college, 4 years or 5 years or something. And then in between that, advertiser. Over half. What do you mean? Half my life. Half my life is 25. Basketball-wise, coaching for over half my years, which is a long time to be involved in a sport like that. So again, like college, 4 years. I think you're lying. Okay, whatever. I went to the States in 1992. 95. That's 3 years. But I did other study, not just the horticulture study. But again, you're saying lying, LOL. What college was in question? It's on my Facebook page. Oh, that's right. You probably can't see my Facebook page. It's on there. And it'll be this one here. So click up the E. The E means you could ring them and waste your money. Like Clint's wasting his money driving up here. Yeah. But again, nothing concrete on film wise apart from what we're doing now and what we've done. But it'll never be released. So you say, Matt Hampton. You said that, not me. I don't know how there can be two Matt Hamptons in one chat. It's quite funny. All I ask is you can ask Jacqueline to send me a address. I don't give a fuck where it is. And I'll send her scarf that she desperately needs. Like life or death. Clint needs to be on my line. If he turns up, it doesn't bother me. Clint and I were good mates when we were filming. We were like yin and yang, like cheese and crackers. Peas in a pod. He's a good mate. I say he was. Probably might want to heal the relationship, maybe. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I don't give a fuck. Maybe he wants to come back. And guess what? It's going to have to fucking start at the bottom. And when I start at the bottom, you can do some running for me. You won't be on the camera, so technically you won't want to do that. So, and you didn't say it could be Shannon. I keep him and Helen a lot because Helen's a pain in the fucking ass. Over $68 she was going on about, and she got paid. It's not my fault her account was in debt, and I sent it when she was in debt. Because she rang me at 1 in the morning and woke me up and woke the whole fucking house up. The person that was staying in one of the rooms could hear me yelling at her to fuck off, basically, because she was ringing so late and was obviously fucking whacked off her skull. Why would you ring someone at 1 in the morning unless you want to? And my phone did go off a few times with a private number, and I just let it ring out. Oh, you're not Shannon. That's good for you. Shannon has a lot to answer for with other stuff, I'm sure. Cheers to you. Oh my God. Guess what? You missed out. It's all gone. Oh no. Such a shame. So yeah, that's probably why I've obviously messaged Jessica. I mentioned Jessica before. I have a big beef with her. But again, I can't criticise her for what she did because she just got led that way. And I had several messages from people saying, I don't want to follow them, and I'd rather, not film for a while and can I take a break? I said, yeah, sure. Drown my sorrows? Come on, bro. Yeah, because my sister died on last Monday. And I had a drink a couple of days ago when we went to a restaurant and had a drink for her. So technically, maybe I am drowning my sorrows because I have some grief to drown. So if you didn't know that, you now know probably why I am drowning my sorrows. So I probably might start drinking the biohazard that I made. So technically, again, I'm an adult and I can drink if I want to. And same if you're an adult. If you're not an adult, you shouldn't be watching this because it's over 18. So. And to the three other people in the chat, I'm so sorry that you have to put up with this crap because technically we were talking about the making of. Now we turned into the Matt Hampton show in chat. So everybody can see Matt Hampton. This is the real Matt Hampton. Oh, okay, maybe I should see a psychologist. Are you a psychologist? I've seen a psychologist over the Today Tonight stuff where I wanted to fucking kill someone and I wanted to fucking beat the fuck out of people. That's why I went and found help. I'm taking new medication too, which helping them. But the whole thing is everybody's got problems. Everybody had problems on the set, from depression to cancer to whatever. There's nothing wrong with a drink on a Friday afternoon. Technically, my day's finished anyhow. So I've been up since 7:30. That's the time now. 7:36. So we've knocked off by now. Technically, it's drinks at the pub, or it's drinks at Henley Beach Home. So I wouldn't say it's what Australians do. You're lucky I just don't crack open the carton I've got next to me. Start drinking. Actually, I can do one better than that. How about a $36 bottle of shampoo? How about we do that? So let's put some. This is not very nice stuff, but it's worth probably. Go for it, mate. I will. Don't you worry. Actually, I'm starting to like you. Maybe we should have a drink together one day. Probably we have had a drink together. I'm sure. But again, we don't know who you are. So, apart from Matt Hampton, which is me. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream because it's actually quite fun. And it's been pretty fucking, it's been pretty controversial, I must say. Controversial. I can't say why it's healthy. But drinking when you're sad sort of makes you a little bit happy, but then the depression kicks in, so you're a little bit sad again. They're not staff. There's no contracts, and I can drink if I want. And I can drink as much alcohol as I want. And two $30 bottles of alcohol is nothing. It is a depressant. You're right. You don't need to educate me on mental health. I'm quite educated for 10 years of suffering with mental health. So you're not teaching me anything that I don't already know. And I certainly don't keep my mental health under wraps like you keep your name. So, of course it's a depressant. But I also had my antidepressants today too. And I'm taking antibiotics, so technically that's not going to go well, is it? So cheers again. So a bit of shampoo. Oh, that's got a kick. I've got to drive later too, but that'd be interesting. Maybe I should stop drinking. I got told today that Hamley Road is the most dangerous road in South Australia. So you never know. You went there too. You went to East Mississippi. You just know that because you just trolled me on Facebook. And this is not Andrew, is it? Because if it was Andrew, you're fucking bastard. I know it's not him. I know you went there. Professional. Sounds like Eddie or Miles. No, I'm not going to join them. Probably not going now. I did have an offer to come to someone's place, but that offer is probably not happening now. But you never know. It is Valentine's Day. I'm not going to say it. But being professional is about meeting people to do editing, and the other day the person didn't show up. He worked it out. Must be Andrew. I don't believe it's Andrew because Andrew would have said it's Andrew, and he would have messaged me it's me, and we would have had just a laugh because Andrew's one of my biggest supporters, and he does call me a certain name. Valentine's not Valentine's. Who gives a fuck, man? It's Valentine's Day. Who cares? If you're that lonely and you have to say things like that, maybe go out to a club and try to find someone for Valentine's Day, or go out for dinner. Take someone out to dinner. Message your best friend forever. Take them out for dinner. But I've given my Valentine's present and she knocked me back. So she has a boyfriend, which I didn't know. And I gave her a bunch of stuff. Ugh. I can't spell, I know that. And I can't talk properly, and I have a lisp, and I actually had a disability when I was a kid, but it wasn't diagnosed until I was, I don't know, which was around about 2.5 years ago. And everybody has problems on the set. Yes, I did, because I didn't know they had a boyfriend. And there was nothing wrong with it. She accepted it and she said thank you, and I didn't know. I just saw it. It was someone in one of the shops that I go into, and I quite liked her, and there was nothing wrong with it. It was quite innocent, and everybody else thinks it's. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Pallan 1. Send me your Twitch. I like to see your Twitch. Might subscribe next payment. I sent several payments to several people on subscription this week. Just a couple, maybe 6, at $8 each. Yeah, I've got nowhere. That's all right. As I said, I was seeing someone tonight, and they haven't messaged me back, and might still see them tonight. Just depends. But I'm not really feeling like going out anyhow because of the shit that's happened this week, which you haven't said anything about. You haven't said, oh, sorry to hear that, or kiss my ass, or kiss your ass, or kiss the person's down the road ass. So I don't really care. Sounds like a trap. What do you mean? Meeting the other person I've known for 36 years. So you can take a guess who that might be. That other girl I've known for 36 years, bro. The other girl, is someone that I know from going into the shop. She's quite nice, and I think she's lovely, and she does a good job. And no, it's not the massage with a happy ending. Well, Clint, I don't know what's happened to Clint. It doesn't take an hour to get here, but he might be going at snail's pace. They both have boyfriends. No, she doesn't have boyfriends. I know that because I stayed here a couple of nights. And I slept in the other room. And if you know Hamley, you know which room I'm talking about. The Twitch offer? Well, why not? Share us your Twitch. I don't mind. Any shares, then I'll know who you are, and that would probably be a mistake by you, but I don't give a fuck. We're almost bros at the moment, anyhow, the way you're talking, so maybe I might subscribe to your channel. No, she hasn't got a boyfriend, as I said. The other one did. The one I got the cactuses off, she had a boyfriend, which was fine. Which I probably should have guessed that she had a boyfriend, and which someone told me that she probably got a boyfriend. Maybe I should have done a bit more investigating. Yeah. Yes. Anyhow. So we're talking about Pallan. I think I've said that 8 times. Anybody want a chocolate? These are the pure chocolates. Probably not the best thing to eat. Let's have a look. These ones here, that's what I've got. It says suitable for vegetarians. Woohoo! Oh, it does have some alcohol in it. Doesn't say how much. Doesn't say how much. No, it wasn't that. I've been going into that shop for a long time. I buy these from that shop. No antibiotics. So technically that'll tell you where it is. And I had gone in there probably every second week, or it's not stalkerish, man. It's just going to a shop. I liked her, and I brought her something, a basket of plants, and gave it to her on the other day because I didn't think I'd be here on Valentine's Day, but I am. Again, maybe a hint of jealousy there. Maybe you want to give something to someone. And Valentine's Day, man. Yeah, why not? I'm not trying to pick up, just giving a gift to someone. She could have said, I don't have a boyfriend. I said, well, do you want to go out for a drink tonight? That's what people do, man. Valentine's, that's right. So you got little Valentine's chocolates as well. It's great hanging out with you, even though I don't know who you are. And if you think that's how you go and meet people, man. I never used to leave the house at all. For 2.5 years, never went past the fucking post box. Just go and get my mail and piss off back inside. Lots of things have changed. I'm your subconscious, so you wish you were. Imagine what you'd be thinking now. The whole thing is, if you were my subconscious, your mind would be going, who is this person? Who is Matt Hampton? Who is the person that is typing all this stuff that knows stuff about me, but I don't know anything about them? Well, I think you might wish, because imagine the creativity you would have had in your mind. Imagine the D&D stuff that you would have. Imagine the movie making mind, even though it's not that good, you know that, because you've said that yourself. But again, I think it's good. I lie to myself too much. Well, everyone tells a white lie. It's just what you want to believe too. If you want to believe that the investors were going to pay, which they were, which they didn't, that's how much you want to believe. It's the same as going to see a movie and you believe, when you walk out of the movie, you feel really good. You feel, I went and saw Bad Boys 3 and that's awesome. And I felt like I was fucking Mike Lowry. Obviously, I'm not. I'm not black and I'm not well hung. But again, you did mention about my dick before. I'm delusional. What do you mean? Delusional about my directing, or delusional about my creative writing, or anyone can write a story or a book, or Jeffrey Archer is a great novelist and a great writer. I'm sure he's not delusional, so I don't know what you mean there. I'm not well hung, of course not. Unless you're black. And I'm certainly not black, and I don't play basketball like I'm black. And I love black people. I do. Well, Actually, that's a bit weird saying that. I do enjoy watching Black American basketballers play basketball because it's one of my passions, and I watch the NBL on a Twitch stream. I stream on Twitch, not stream on Twitch, but I watch the NBL stream. And this year I've really enjoyed it, the 20th season of the NBL. In past years, I wouldn't have worried about it because it was on TV or it was on pay TV, where Twitch is not paid, but in some countries you can't watch it. So in New Zealand, you can't watch the NBL. So if you know what I'm talking about, if you know basketball, you know what I'm talking about. The other day I paid for Kanto to watch the NBA because the All-Star game's on this weekend, so I wanted to watch that. I'm not well hung. You don't need a big dick to satisfy a girl. There you go. So, yeah. I've shared this on my Facebook, so I'm quite embarrassed actually to say that. You're delusional in the sense that you're faking it till you make, despite no knowledge and plenty of evidence that things aren't working. What's not working? The filmmaking's working because we're up to our 4th film and still filming. We're 33 scenes into Pallan. No, what did I say? 58 scenes into Pallan 2, 33 scenes into Wolves, and 16 scenes into Alone. So things are working. I don't know how you can think they're not working. Releasing a film is difficult because you've got to edit it, and there's CGI needs to go in, and there's people need to be cut out of the film, as you said, and people that I don't want in the film at all, and scenes that people have done that are shit that you need to cut out, and including there's a couple of scenes of myself in the scene. But I don't need to release one straight away, dude. 4 films in, who cares? I was going to make this title, How to Make a Film and How Not to Make a Film, on this YouTube. How not to make a film and how people think it's all Hollywood glamour. One day this guy came to our set and said, "Where's the big movie truck?" And I'm like, "Dude, there is no, this is a Hyundai XL. That's where I carry my shit." So, and I said to him, it's not Hollywood. We don't have movie trucks. We don't have big fucking lights or cameras that are fucking massive. We have little cameras that are fucking this size. Sometimes they're video, sometimes they're cameras from phones. We do that because they're 4K or 5K, so do your research on that one. But the whole thing is, it is what it is in South Australia and Australia. Yeah, we're on our 4th film because we needed people. People wanted to have roles in different movies, or in say Pallan 1. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me get to that question because it's not really a question. It's just fucking being a dickhead. What was I up to? Can't even remember now. Because we do things a little differently doesn't mean that the product at the end is going to be shit. So who is staying? Who is going? What do you mean? Oh, in Pallan 1? Well, that's up to the editor and me to decide who's staying and going. If you want to see yourself still in the movie, tell us who you are. Simple as that. So if I sit down next week and write 4 scripts, you can write scripts anytime. You film it on a phone. Well, we don't film on a phone, bro. I don't know if you've seen our last filming, but we filmed it on a camera, on a Canon, which is the same as Clint. So technically we're up in Clint's high ranking there. I've looked into getting some other cameras, some ones on shoulders and stuff, and ones sticking out, and ones on fucking big shoulder arms and shit. The budget doesn't allow it at the moment, but one day at a time. Yeah, we do film. We do film on film. What's wrong with filming on a 4G iPhone? A 4G 5K iPhone. What's wrong with that? That was a big thing about tonight. And actually, when we were laughing at the cameraman, we were laughing about him saying, I said to him, "Why don't you use your cameraman to film, your camera to film some of our footage?" And he was laughing, and we were laughing back, and we were having a bit of fun with him. And he had a nice pink shirt on, so technically, and it was said that we were laughing at the media. We weren't laughing, and today's Horizon, seriously. Who are you taking out? Who are you leaving in? Well, again, who are you? You know, we might take Kate Marsh out because technically we don't want her ugly face on our shit. And she is quite beautiful, but she's just an ugly person. So you can pass that on. I don't give a fuck. Jacqueline's been taken out. She didn't want her stuff in there. I don't want her in there. So it's people that really piss me off, to be honest. And Jessica's probably going to stay. And Kelly's probably going to stay because she's really good at what she did. Shannon's probably going to stay. These people will stay. Joanne's going to stay. I have no beef with Joanne. Joanne said that she'll continue filming. Marie will stay because technically she hasn't said anything, and I think she got pushed over the hill of joining the rebellion, and I'll call it that because that's what it was, a mutiny. But it wasn't no mutiny because you didn't take over shit, but that group. So I asked a question who said we don't film on phones. Well, you don't now. We did 5 weeks ago, but we don't now. So we film on an iPad Pro. That's my phone. Oh, that one down there, the other way. I think I might die. It'll solve everyone's problems. Sorry about that. Oh. Oh. They had kick. Oh. So we do film on phones, but who gives a fuck? We've filmed on an S9. We filmed on an iPhone 8. We filmed on an iPhone 10. We filmed on an iPad. We filmed on a Canon phone for Pallan 2. The quality's still the same. And it's good quality, so. Next question. It's not 5K, it's 4K, bro. It's bordering on 5. Again, you're an expert on camera work or digital work or digital video. We also got some CGI, which would be cool. And I'll blank all the places out that we don't know. And I made that clear a few weeks ago that that's what we were doing with some of the people that we had problems with that didn't want their face shown. So I don't know, say Joe Bloggs' face is going to be different to what he was when he first stepped in. Next question. We've almost gone an hour at 2. No, Jess is not out. Jess is staying. You just want information and you're not telling me who you are, so, you know, we're leaving in, but we might be changing their faces. They might not look the same. You tell me. You tell me who you want in and who you want out. You make the decision. So if you make the decision, does that make you the executive producer of casting? If there's a such job, maybe a casting agent, maybe a casting director. Casting director, that's what I'm going to do. Which is my job anyhow. So technically you can have my job if you want. And I do all the casting as well. providing answers to the community. What community that will be? You tell me. Why does it make it who I am matter? I don't know. Maybe because if you're part of the original cast, it might matter. Or you're just a troll that's been following it for a long time. Or maybe you're Elise Baker. I still have your number. Elise, give me a call. How was your Valentine's Day if it's Elise? I'm not asking her questions, so just Jackie and Kat. Well, I'm not going to tell you who's in and out because that'll just spoil the movie. So I don't know. You tell me your Pallan, the community of film is in and who's not. How ugly it is. Most movies had a cast. Here we have a cast of still. I think Pallan's around about 15 cast members, around about 30 odd extras. You definitely a lease. We never had a lease on the set, so how would that spoil a movie? I told if you back up probably about an hour, I told you everything that's happening in Pallan 1 and how it all came about and why is this Valentine's? Oh, who cares, man? Who cares how it's pronounced? Yeah, you're definitely least favourite, I'm sure. How's your Valentine's Day going? Did you get flowers from your boyfriend? I follow you on Twitter and sometimes like your shit. Twitter's a better platform than Facebook, so I found out when I had a little ban happening. But I've always been on Twitter about 9 years now. I'll be back. Hang on. You put this on today tonight. Oh shit, it doesn't. It's not going anymore. Sorry. Let's go and get a tissue. Elise Baker. Yeah. She's my fave. She's coming to the premiere. Have a phone number there and everything. That's about. Should actually message her. She should ring her actually. So we're live on YouTube and give her the YouTube channel. One year, actually thinking of that, and I actually made quite a funny comment a couple of days ago, and probably you don't think it's funny anyhow. But why don't you just go to CNN or Fox Network, Fox News, and have me on Fox International, the dodgy director? What premiere? Definitely do it. Of course, I'm going to invite her. Invite all the media that I can get hold of. I do have several connections in media, working for the advertiser for several years. Patrick McDonald is, I know, sort of half personally, who's the review editor of the advertiser. He'll probably give us a star. Who gives a fuck? You'll get a free ticket to the premiere. What premiere? Well, we'll just see. Maybe you can come. Maybe you might have to pay to the second screening. I don't know. When 5 minutes before you dirty delete? What do you mean? Dirty what? Oh my God. I love trolls, particularly when they use my name. It's just quite funny. For the other two people here, thanks for joining us. We're having a little bit of a drinky because we're saying cheers to the old cast at Pallan. Thanks for being assholes. Clint's on his way, but he's taking his fucking goddamn time, and I might be out of here in about 10, 15 minutes. But then again, be here all night. When are you going to invite all these people into the live? What do you mean? Not all these people. There's 3. There was up to 7. I put it out to the World Wide Web, bro. To the live what, man? What do you mean? What do you mean? I actually enjoyed this. I just said that before. So. No, you're writing, bro. This is me. Hello, chat. I'm going to send Lisa to a link. Yeah, I will later. I'm sure she'll love to see it. But it won't be going on the Channel 7 news. It'll be going on Today Tonight, which doesn't exist. So unless she's at Lisa Baker Tonight Live, didn't we do... It wasn't there live tonight shows, like late night shows, like out in America, but it didn't work in Australia? They tried them a few times. We're going for another. I'm putting a little bit in this because it's very tangy. So cheers to the old cast. Well, I'll send it to her. Actually, you can send it to her. Here, I'll give you that. You got a pen ready? You got your email up? elbaker@7.com.au. Send it to her. She probably will delete it. Who cares? She probably will. With your trash on here, why not? I'm not saying my stuff's not trash either. It probably is. I'm waiting for Prousey to come in. I haven't seen Prousey for a while, and he's been doing some really cool videos of gaming and stuff and doing reviews on games and stuff. I'm waiting for him to come in. Oh, we're making a documentary on wrestling too, which will be fun. I'm waiting. You think controversy came with Pallan 1? Wait until the wrestling fraternity sees it. You'll delete it, you idiot. No, I won't delete this. Why would I delete this? If you have a look at my other streams, I haven't deleted it. You don't call me an idiot because you still are Matt Hampton and you don't know who you are. I'm the real Matt Hampton, the one and only. I won't delete it. What are you talking about? You're delusional. You're delusional. You think I am? Hang on a sec. I'll please go and check something. So excuse me for 5 seconds. Longer. Probably 10 seconds. Probably still stop. And I'm going to suffer for it. Still waiting for Clint to get here. So do you know Clint Matt Hampton? Obviously you do. Said he's on his way. Or you just, if he wants to drive up here an hour and a bit to get up here and give me his invoice, that's up to him. He should have posted it. Might have been a better idea. I've got his email address. We'll just add it to the list of people that I owe money to, which is not many now. So there you go. I'm just waiting for this to load. It's very slow. Probably got 15 windows open. I think I'm still running Twitch. Who's your favourite Twitch channel, bro? Just tell us who your favourite Twitch channel. You don't even have to give me your Twitch channel. Mine is Rodman73012. And I don't stream on there. I just watch other people's streams. So I'm going to put this back on the shelf because I'm not going to do any more of this. YouTube will probably take this down because it's showing incredible drinking stamina, which is not incredible at the moment. It's going to pop up. And this is not loading properly, so technically it's Old mates then? Which old mates? I'm not obsessed with Clint. Clint and I were good mates. Well, if I drink drive, is that any concern of you? I might have 5 coffees before I leave. What do you mean? I'm going to dirty delete? I'm not deleting anything, bro. So you paid my old mates? What do you mean? What do you mean? I didn't say I was drink driving, bro. I said I might drink drive, but again, that is my problem. The guy you did work on your old place, the D&D bar, what do you mean? What old place? At Alberton? The D&D bar? I don't know what you mean. I know it doesn't. Fucking any fucking scientist can work that out. Any bozo without coffee. And what do you care? You're just a faceless Matt Hampton. If you really care about me, you tell me not to drink and drive. And I'd say, pick it up your ass because you don't care about me because you're trolling me. This has been great. I've loved every minute of this, and I have every answer in the world to you, and I can talk trash as good as anyone. That's fucking 30 odd years of talking trash on a basketball court. Travis. Cared about this society, not you. What society? The D&D society. I don't give a fuck about the D&D community. My D&D stuff is far better than all the fucking Ventures League shit there. I won't hit someone, bro. And plus, I'm not going to drive at the moment. And plus, the Hamley Road is completely fucking barren of anyone. If I hit another car, I won't hit another car. I've driven that many times over, 400 times probably. I'm the Knight Rider. Tell me what movie that's from, and then I'll tell you what kind of movie buff you are. Australian movie buff too. I'm just trying to work out what society you're talking about. You're talking about the D&D society. I don't give a fuck about anything else. I do my own D&D stuff. Again, it's D&D. It's a game. We have a bit of fun. That's about it. If you're talking about Ventures League, that's another different ball game. It's good to go to Ventures League when you first find out about D&D. After that, I've been playing D&D since 1983. And I've been DMing since about 93. So about however long that is. It's a long time. I played like first edition, second edition before even some of the people on here were born. And it might be sad if, but again, I'm not drinking and driving, bro. You see me driving at the moment? I started drinking and driving before. It's not cool. I have an ex-cop as a wife, so what do you reckon? The stories she used to tell me about drink drivers. So technically, no. Those people, well, technically they did no work. D&D bar wasn't going to be a D&D bar, it was going to be a D&D cafe. And so I thought about it. We're sort of narrowing down to a few people now. So technically, if you're Taryn or Lex, you called in sick and you were drunk, and you talked about me drinking, and you also stoned and turned up to work. So you want to air dirty laundry? There's your dirty laundry right there. You called up one day and you were so hungover you couldn't even get out of bed to come to a meeting. And we offered to pay you an Uber to get there, or something to that effect. If it's Rob, you got a fucking phone out. There were shirts made, yeah. There were shirts made. Actually, I had something. These shirts, is that what you mean? Those shirts? Yeah, they're I've worn that about 3 times. I don't care if it's Lex anyhow. Shane, how you going, mate? Shane Saunders. I'm just guessing it's you. I didn't even know you were on my YouTube, bro. And guess what? I'm part of the Adelaide role-playing community again. I got myself in there the other day and I actually saw something you put up. Classy, mate. Classy. Classy for outing me. And I still run games, bro, so technically, how many games do you run? And how many punch-ups you've been in over a gold piece? Are you serious? Gold piece you are having a fucking punch-up with Andrew with during my fucking convention. You didn't pay my staff. I don't give a fuck. They didn't fucking work, man. They didn't work. I had people wanting to come and help me with the shop, and I'm like, I don't need anyone to help me with it. Send me an account. Send it to that email address if you want. You have shirts and no work was done. Yeah, they're cool shirts. I have several shirts, and a couple I've given away to people that will fit little small people. There's nothing wrong with the shirts. Might use them one day. We were going to wear them at one stage. So, again, it's just a pipe dream that we thought we could make, and it didn't happen, and probably would have gone out of business because we just wouldn't get the people there because there's the D&D community is fickle when it comes to going to places and they need to have transport near it. How do you have a product if no work was done on the product? It's going to be a shop where we're going to get products in, like miniatures and shit like that. Regardless of the fact, it never happened. So technically, it was a great idea, and we had some ideas on how we were going to do it. So like no, not really. We've got product, bro. Invite yourself to the movie, to Wolves the movie. It's on Facebook, and you can see the product there. You can see the videos that we put on YouTube. Products there, man. And there's some good acting, and there's some not so good acting in Come and Run, but go with the flow. People learn as they go. So not really like that. That emote you need to change to something different, maybe tilt it. But it's been good talking to you. It's really incisive, and we've progressed a long way to go from the movie to D&D to what's next. Maybe my horticulture business, which went really well until I got sick. You were talking about the shirts when I said product. Yeah, they're cool shirts. What else do you want to know? The product itself is D&D. So, and as I said, the D&D community is really fickle. And we've worked that out with Adventurers League and the tossers that run that. And I'll say that because that's what they are. And I'm not naming names because I got in trouble for naming names before during the Fringe last year, which was hilarious because I said I named your name, but Why didn't you pay them for the product? What do you mean? The shirt? Maybe the product wasn't up to scratch. Maybe you can't use the shirts because of the logo. So Trish, how you going? Again, I'm just guessing names, but if it's Trish Bush, technically Trish. Oh, well, okay, Michael Pallan. Michael and I have a really, really strange relationship where when I came to one of his games and he killed me off in the first 5 minutes, my phone for work stuff, and he didn't take that as being true, so he killed me off. And there were 3 clerics in there. And it's not Trish or Michael. Well, I didn't think it was Michael, because Michael is a fucking retard. And I think you're not a retard. And Trish, well, and if it's Shane, well, we guessed it before, and Shane, you're a dickhead. And Shane, if I see you in the street, you're a bigger dickhead. I saw Michael Pallan at my centre once, and he still stared straight at me, and I was with a mate of mine, and he says, "There's Pallan." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I bet he doesn't come over and say good day," and he didn't. Michael and I, yeah. And I knew he would be there that day. We were just having lunch there, me and I can't remember, it was Trent who was there. Oh, I tell everyone that story because it's fucking legendary. I wasn't bitter. I didn't give a shit. What I was bitter with is go to the next table across the thing, and I walked in there, had 9 people. I'm like, I'm not even going to get a game here. Pallan, don't get me wrong, Pallan runs a good game of D&D, but apart from that, he doesn't know how to run his adventurers leadership. And if he let someone help him, maybe he might have got stuff. Like he might have had 100 people come to his. I'm not. Many characters from 1983 that got killed off, but he didn't do the total party kill. He did 1 person kill, and there was 3 clerics in the party, and they didn't save me. That was there. Again, I think there was 1 guy that was very, very raw when it came to D&D. Someone like you, what do you mean? I don't kill people off. Well, I did kill Jessica off in Pallan too, but we had to kill her off because the storyline wasn't working. So I don't kill anyone off in D&D. I never have. It's their shit rolls that do that. And my monsters are shit rolling too. So technically, is this Maddie, the other man? Matthias, if it's you send me a message about November. No, you said you needed to let someone help him get more people. Yeah, because 10 people showing up for an event that you advertise in the city and people have to park in the city and all sorts of shit. It's not like parking in the suburbs. I do care because I want to find out who you are, because if you're Matthias, you know the shit that I go through every day. So, and I have secrets on you too, but I certainly don't tell anyone. And I don't think it's Matthias anyhow. So, not the way you're typing. So, and you don't spell you with a U. You spell you with Y-O-U. So I know it's not you now. D&D is a different thing, and as you know, if you know D&D, the community is fickle, and it is what it is, and that's about it. But I don't really care who it is, because technically you give me content. Still watching my stream. What secrets have I told you? Well, I'm not going to reveal those secrets. You told me not to say them, and I'm a man of my word when it comes to that. So technically, I'm not going to say anything about that. But I am watching. I am watching. You just said you do. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't. The Dungeons and Dragons Australia I'm following, and I see someone on there, and I could easily just tell them what happened, but I won't. What's been happening? It's all good, but I have a small dick, remember? I'm not driving anymore. So your wish came. So you said you do care about who I am, and you do. Of course, I want to know who the real Matt Hampton is. It's you. I'm just a delusional man sitting here talking to a screen. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I get fucking anyhow. The other person in the chat's probably going, "This is great entertainment." I'm still waiting for Clint. So it's been over an hour and a half, Clint. Obviously, you're coming. Don't rock up at 8:30, or I might be asleep by then. The way I'm feeling at the moment, probably will be at 7:30. What's for dinner, Matt Hampton? And if it's Mattias, we'd still use your character as tough. And he's one of the major evil people. He's a subject of the zombie thing. If he's asleep, he won't wake me anyhow. And he wouldn't want to try to break in because, yeah. But I have been sick lately, so I think I have the virus. I'm on some antibiotics, so not Mattias, not how you spell it, so it's definitely not you. It's a guessing game. Um, the other person in the chat or in the YouTube live thing might be able to guess who you are. But who cares? I've gone through everyone that has ever fucking hated me anyhow, so. And it's not Shane, so maybe it's Benjamin. If it's not Benjamin, I don't know who it is. And Benjamin never hated me, he just didn't understand. And pulled out because he was an accomplished actor in plays, which is cool. Well, I'm not going anywhere now, so you don't have to worry about me driving. So I got denied. No, I understand what's happening there. So tell me about yourself, Matt Hampton. Of course I do. I want to find out. Oh, again, you're hiding, not me. And the other thing is, if you're hiding thinking that I'm going to get in my car and come and see you, you're completely wrong because I wouldn't waste my time. Oh, we've got 4 people in the chat. It's getting close to knockoff time and people will drop in, which is cool, which we want to have. What's the time? Oh, it's 4:31 in Adelaide. I'm not a scam artist. Scamming is someone that takes money from people. Never took any money from anyone. A liar, yeah, I tell some lies, but I don't tell lies about what's happened to production. And Pallan 1 is still happening, Pallan 2, and Wolves alone, and people on and on and on to get up to the 30 movies. Unless you want to be part of it, Matt Hampton. And if you want to be part of it, that's well and good. If you don't want to be part of it, We don't give a fuck. We only have people on the set that can actually fucking act. What are you talking, money or product? If you're talking about the T-shirts, the shirts, regardless of the fact, they're never going to get sold to anybody else. The staff are going to wear them. I've still got several fucking shirts. If Trish wants them back, she can have them back, Star Marks. I don't give a fuck, man. You can call me fucking a fuckhead. Doesn't worry me. I have thicker skin than that anymore, man. Seriously. And the shit that I've gone through in the past fucking since August is nothing compared to this. And the shit that I've gone through this week is nothing compared to that. So, and we're still filming, man. So until you're not going to stop me filming because I love it and enjoy it, and we have fun with it. And you can say scam artists as much as you like, because I scam nothing out of anyone. It was their time that they could have said, no, I'm not coming today, and they didn't do that. To the shirts back. That's what she said in an email. And I said, no. What was she going to do with them? Probably nothing. I might use these on my next movie about D&D in Adelaide. And those that would have been kicked off for bullshit reasons, because they said they don't want to be part of it anymore. The bullshit reasons is what they made up. The bullshit reasons is because they talk shit about me. They talk shit about On Today Tonight. They talk shit about whatever. They talk shit about everything in different chats, as if I didn't know they were chatting amongst themselves. And again, if they were, that's good to them, good for them. But we're still going along doing our thing that we do. The bullshit reasons, some people were, said that I went over their head on different things. Yeah, because it's my stuff. It's my chat. It's my whatever. They were kicked before that. I know several people that asked for AR. What's AR? A break. Like people like Avril, she asked for a break, but she wanted a break full time. Avril said that she couldn't. She couldn't do any. Sorry. She was doing she had problems with her father and whatever was going on there. But she was the main carer of her father. I didn't kick her. She was her option to get out of filming, and we killed her off. And she was going to get killed off anyway, with the storyline that was happening. So. Oh, yeah, we had a strike. I said that. If you go back into, I think it's around 50 minutes in, I'll talk about we went on strike, and I went on strike too, and I never got booted. I don't know what I'm talking about there. I never booted anyone. And then they decided, like, Shannon had finished, Mr. had finished some scenes. Kylie, not Kylie, that's another story. Kelly had finished because she was going up to Roxby to work. And she said to me, I can't commit to anything else. And I said, that's fine. Your scenes are finished, plus one or two, but we've got over that. She said, that's fine. And this is before the pay stuff happened. Kavina, well, she just left. We did 2 scenes of Pallan 2 with her, and We probably won't have those scenes in Pallan 2. We might stick in Pallan 1, I don't know. And then Jessica left because she stabbed me in the back tonight, and she blocked me, and I couldn't even message her to say what, he was standing by me. Joe didn't answer my messages and saw them, and that's the fun thing about Facebook. You can see who's seen your messages. And, continue to message her, and then I asked Patty to message her. She didn't ask Patty. Do you want me to go on? Extras, well, don't really worry about extras that much because technically they're not the cast, they're the extras. So people walking in and out, people being demons and stuff like that. So technically, didn't really. Kate was different. We really didn't have anything really for Kate but a demon extra. She got beaten up. Part of one was part of one of the scenes, so I don't know if she was going to be in the more scene. Who knows? As villagers, they were all extras except for 1, 2 maybe. I'm sort of a bit confused what you're saying there, but I booted them because they were giving me fucking shit, technically. Giving me grief, and I left the chat. I left one of the chats and said, I'm out. And then I moved and chatted and moved to the other chat and deleted some people. But I went and did a cull not long ago because there was people weren't showing up to filming, and they knew about them, and so we just got rid of some dead wood there. But, I think what we've got at the moment is suffice. And we use the people that we've got. Next question. I think we'll pass that now. So technically, 3 hours in. They've been going since 1:30. I was going to have a sleep this afternoon. No, I haven't. Started this rubbish up. I can say that because it's my rubbish. To the other 2 people in the live feed, thanks for joining us. This is Pallan 1, the making of part 2, probably going on to part 48. Plus, we didn't really want to have a break, and we were very close to finishing anyhow. So we're only like 10 cents away from finishing. So that's your answer. Thanks for joining us, the other 2 people as well. You can say as much as you like at being the scam artist and the dodgy director. You're full of shit. Okay, you're going to the shops. That's nice. Have fun. I have plans, so I'm sure you do. In close to finishing. Well, we have finished Pallan 1, man. We finished it fucking November. It's just taking a little while, and that's November. Probably November, December, January, February. We're 4 months, not 7. So you're 3 months short there. And if you were pregnant in 7 months, still had 2 months to go until 9 months. So technically, we're still waiting for editing to be finished and CGI. So CGI, wow. Or it's a production, independent production, no SA film or anything like that. So you tell me what TV shows you've been on, and I'll tell you one that I've been on, which has been on Foxtel. Yeah, that's right. And got paid for. $400. So with that, you're off doing your. I'm full of shit. I might be full of shit, but you did answer. I did answer questions, and I have not strayed away from the questions, and I told you what what I think of what your questions are, and you still haven't told me who you are, and you're Matt Hampton. Obviously not the real one. You appeared on Today Tonight for Shannon, Helen, Thomas, Jessica. Oh, yeah. I was on there. You could, Today Tonight's finished, bro. Are you living in the past? Today Tonight is gone. Elise Baker is still working for Channel 7, but in the news, and she does, what, 2 segments. Show up at set one day. I'll tell you where we're going to be. Port Wakefield on the 22nd of February. There you go. Main Street. Port Wakefield. Just told the whole world where we're going to be. Come to the set. Have lunch with us. And enjoy yourself. Once. Maybe get your house and get off of YouTube. That's good for me saying that. Whereabouts? I told you. Port Wakefield, 22nd of February, next weekend. Not tomorrow, next week. Hope to see you there. There'll be security there too, so you can get past them. You write that down? Port Wakefield. We're in Port Wakefield. Main Street. Main Street of Port Wakefield. I think it's Edward Street. The park nearest the go to the end of Edward Street, nearest the fishing docks there. Have fun. Hey, tell Elise Baker. She might turn up. She turns up on a Sunday. She's going to turn up on a Saturday. The 500's on, so if you want to don't go to 500, the Super League 500, come to film with us. We'll get you on the set. We're Wolves filming, we're not Pallan filming, so it'll be a different genre. Just watch out for the M4s and the pistols and shit. Just saying. Enjoy. Told you. Edward Street. Port Wakefield. Look it up. It's Main Street of Port Wakefield. You know that area if you want to drive that far. This one come and cause trouble. Protesters. We need protesters. So, for Wolves, we need war protesters. So if you want to come and be a protester, it's not Sarah, is it? And it's not the guy from Forever Farm. I have messed up with him. He reckons I rang him, that I promised him 4 times. He rang me once. He got his money. And did he give me any credit? No. I won't give him credit in the movie either. I'm probably not even going to use his footage. So, vegan, so. Toxic. We'll see. Could be plenty of players. That's cool. We need war protesters. I don't give a fuck, man. If you want to waste your time, come. There's no time out of my time. You can have all signs saying, "We hate Matt Hampton. We hate." Oh, shoot. No one's ever showed up at a set from the old cast because they're too fucking scared. The thing is, they got no leg to stand on because there's no contracts. So, and I wouldn't mind seeing some of the old people anyhow, just to catch up and say, "G'day." Go to the pub and buy them a beer, maybe a coffee. I'm not even going to be there. Of course, I'm going to be there. I'm the director. Port Wakefield, bro. Using Port Wakefield as one of the main streets. We have council permission, police permission. We have every permission under the sun. Well, I don't have to close the street. Oh, Pordana, how are you? It must be Pordana. I don't think it's Pordana, to be honest. It's Matt Hampton. And money to buy beers? Well, why not? What debts have you got? I have a $15,000 Telstra bill that I need to pay, and I haven't paid it. And I pay $10 a week. Do you have any bills that you need to pay? I'm sure you would have somewhere. Skeletons and files. See, I'm being honest there. What's wrong with buying beers for ex-cast members that want to catch up for a beer? It's taken a while, actually. It's nearly 5 o'clock. It's been an hour and a half since you left. It doesn't take an hour and a half to get ham unless you're coming from fucking Aldinga. Well, you might be coming from Aldinga. I thought you were going anyhow. And again, who cares what? Oh, I do. As I said to you, my rent's paid, my electricity's paid. I've got food in the fridge. I can buy some alcohol if I want. I can go down for a beer at the pub now. Go to the chicken shop and buy something. I'm sure you do budget responsible. Yeah, I'm charging the phone. That's what everybody does. I have 2 phones and charge it. Thought you were going. You have to go and do shopping. Shops close in 10 minutes. You better run. Yeah, again, there's no contracts for cast and crew. The crew, when they do shit things like delete footage purposely, why should I pay them? And again, it's not my responsibility to pay investors. It's Friday, 9 p.m. I know that. Some shop, you might want to go to fucking, I don't know, Dottie and buy a new dress. Or fucking Ed Harry to buy, they don't go in there in receivership on it. Some fucking suit place and buy a suit at 4 or 5 o'clock. I know it, but our general store at Hamley closes at fucking 5, so technically nothing between here and Gawler is open. Not that I would go shopping much at the general store, but if I need something, I'll go there. If you need to go to Woolies, yeah, that's open at 9. Telling me something I don't know, bro. I don't need to pay custom crew, I told you that. We don't pay anyone now, and we never have. Do it for the love. They don't do it for the love, they just don't come. And plus, they went to Today Tonight. If they didn't go to Today Tonight, things might be a different story now. As soon as the investors found out they went media, they fucking closed shop. And I didn't have a leg. I'm the one that misses out on all the cash, and I'm not going to Today Tonight. I could have gone to Jeremy Porto and that, but I never did. Kelly, how you going? Just guessing. There's 2 Kellys I know. Plus, I don't really want to know who you are, because technically that would be... It's pretty cool that you use my own name. It's funny as fuck. Still try. Just like normal. Just like normal. I'm just going to check something and then I'll be back. Today's that other person, we had over 7 viewers, which has been fucking cool after 3 hours of me waffling on and answering this person's question. And it was meant to be only a couple, maybe an hour of talking about Pallan. We've gone through a few subjects. Sick of hearing my own voice, bro. You haven't told me what your best, your favourite Twitch streamers are. Jackie hasn't emailed me yet. And if she says, I want it now, well, it's not going to happen. Well, I could drop it off, though. Meant to be going near the city on the weekend sometime. So maybe, if she's lucky, I might drop it off there instead of posting it. Let's see what happens. Next question. I'm missing all my favourite Twitch streamers. I've shared it on my Facebook. This is hilarious. Whew. Country internet.